Welcome to the Zeekers Caravan 1 hour stream. I, I'm I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. I normally don't do these 9:30 in the morning. The Zeekers Caravan isn't typically 9:30 in the morning. No. um, Typically the Zeekers Caravans at 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, yeah, that's typically when we do this. We we do the Dirty Dojo thing over on my other channel at 9:30, and somewhere along the line, the wires got crossed. So, with that in mind, we very well may not have the wonderful Chad Ventures joining us on this particular stream. And I thought about not doing this stream, and then I thought about maybe not doing the 2 o'clock stream, and then I'm thinking, hey, let's go ahead and do one now, and then maybe do an evening stream. How's that? That'd be good. I did not set up any audio, any extraneous audio, play music for you. I did not set up any of my instruments, and that sounds pretty good. I'm going to be getting into the interface soon, although not soon enough. And I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till we can do it right. You know, unless we fork out more money, I don't think we're going to be able to do, stereo. But we're going to try to find out some more money. Um, but we're going to get it going full blown audio, good quality audio in mono. That's first. One thing at a time. Doing these things in increments is oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, the incredible Chad Adventures.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. Oh no. So this is happening again. Oh, hold on. You are hearing this, aren't you? You know what I'm gonna do? Tell me if you can hear. You can hear, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. It sounds a little muffled though. I am kind of just going out of my my phone right now though. I am all kinds. Now I hear you. I hear you better.
Yeah. I know, but I don't think you're hearing me from this microphone. But I'm going to turn this microphone down and let me know if you can hear. Can you hear now? Can you hear now?
Yes.
You still can hear.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah. I guess this platform just insists on not letting me use a microphone. I don't even know how that's fucking possible. Damn, bro. I am hooked up and it's just going, no. We want money from you in order to actually hook up a microphone. What the hell, bro? That's so stupid. Okay, or I'm also stupid because I had Bluetooth going on. I don't know. I wonder if I disconnect and then connected, if something. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to run wild. If we disconnect, I'll just reconnect. I'm going to run wild with this because I'm just audio. Audio. Okay. Stop it. All right, now I'm unplugging, and now I'm going to plug in. And now you can probably still hear me, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and unplug this. There we go. Unplug that. Unplug that. I hate you, technology, God.
Tech
I'm going to
God.
say, God, there really may not, if there is a God, it's probably a goddess for humans. But for technology, it's definitely a dude. Oh man. Okay, let me see. Who do we got here? We got something King. Yo, what's up, man? We got Linu now who types, I'm not going to Arvor when I go to sleep. I just want you to be. Don't know what that means. We got Demetrius the names. Hello from Greece. Merry Christmas. Yes, I'm just going to go with the Dimitrios or Demetrios. JT, there is a God. JT, hey from Canada. There is a God. I know there's a bunch of gods, isn't there?
There's
There
like
are
at
so
least
many gods.
7,743.
How many gods are there?
At least 7,443.
Yeah, there you go. That's the official number coming from an intellect, a known intellect in the field.
Oh, JT refutes. He says, no, there's only one. There can only be one. Yeah,
Oh, nope, only one.
like,
Oh, okay.
how
Okay, why are we even responding to somebody? Oh, okay, I think they do have a profile icon. So pardon me here while I readjust just an iPhone, no ears, no nothing, no special audio. No, 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 not here on YouTube streams. Why have that? Oh,
because we want your
I just,
money.
how much wasted time has there been
Oh,
of dealing with this,
right.
starting hours prior, hooking things up, testing things, making sure they work, only to then connect and go, oh no, no, you can't yet. No, 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 connecting things like, you know, go buy some AirPod Pro 2. Go buy those. They're not going to be very good, but just go buy those. That'll work. I don't know. Maybe if you get a subscription to YouTube or some other, you know, sister company, so we can siphon more money from you because we took away audio capabilities on YouTube. How low class? See, this is the thing. This makes me not even want to go there because, oh, okay, once I go and buy the audio functionality that we used to have, then what are you going to do? You're going to start jacking the rates? You're going to go, okay, we're only going to give you like 50 DPI resolution unless you start forking out the big money. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Man.
but they'll take out like one little thing that you need. It'll be everything that
Yeah.
you need, but there'll be one little thing that it won't have that you'll need, and then you'll need an entire another configuration that they have made for you to buy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's the classic create the problem and the solution all at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. They call it job security in some places. Yeah.
That's right. Let me see. We got JT, too much wasted time. There would be no Christmas without God. God bless you, JT. I bet you J stands for Jesus and T stands for the cross, doesn't it, JT? God bless you, JT. And God bless Tiny Tim too. Okay, who's next? We got Sonata. What is this? You don't loser. Sonata. Pardon me for responding to you because you don't even have a profile icon. That's how much of a loser Sonata is. Yes. If you don't have an icon, a profile icon,
Are
that
you
is
a real person?
no,
Are
that's a
you?
dictionary textbook dictionary loser. If you look up loser in the dictionary, they'll say, for instance, a person named Sonata that names themselves Sonata. Synonymous. Loser. Synonymous with Sonata. Not having a profile icon. Now, Greg Jr. is an upright human being here. They go, hello from Melo Chupas City. Where the heck is Melo Chupas City? Zane. What's up, my goodness. There's street slang going hard there. Ansul Sagar. Hi, hello. Sana, we got such interesting names here. Alangero. Yo, what are you trying to say? What am I
Alejandro.
trying to say?
Alejandro.
What am I trying? I'm trying to say your name is what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. Pretty. Alejandro. Let's J Nadro.
Man.
Okay, whatever, bro.
Name.
Oh,
Or is it name? I just took a huge jump into the toilet bowl, so the kids made it to school okay, huh?
Hold on, I'm missing something here.
You
We
never
got
heard that
Zane, bro, almost ended his
or
Y2
made it?
career there. Not sure what that means. Greg Jr. laughing. Michael Burrows, no icon, but is at least being civil and saying, how are you? I'm
Oh,
so fine. I'm so swell. Mostly swell.
oh, bro, I just lifted like 500 pounds, man. I'm swell.
I used to say I'm super swell.
Bro,
However, the
I'm
soup is
so
cold
swell.
and
I'm
the
so
swelling is not going down. So that's what I like to say. Super swell. Eddie Fernandez, sup from El Toro from Orange County, X13. Yo, bro, I have no idea what X13 means. And I don't know where El Toro is either. I've heard of it. I know where Orange County is. Lots of Hawaiians in Orange County. I think all the Hawaiians moved to Orange County from what I've heard.
Bruh.
Lynette Savage, how are you? Why, Lynette? I was just talking about how I am.
He's so swell, he's swollen.
Someone without an icon, another loser, no icon. Alandro, drop the kids off at the pool.
Yes, that was the one. Yeah, drop the kids off at the pool. That's what that other guy did. And
Hold on. What's this in reference to? Somebody catch me up.
Oh, the guy that took a dump in the toilet. The reference is, have you dropped the kids off at the pool this morning? And he did. Yeah.
But where's that reference from?
That I don't know where the drop the kids off at the pool comes from, but it's just something that I heard of for a while. I don't know. I don't know if that
Drop
could
the kids
be a
off at the
movie
pool.
or from a from just like an old saying that American Caucasian people just came up with because that's how far some of our extends.
Drop the kids off at the pool. Well, I guess that kind of sets them up for dropping them off at the recruiter office, doesn't it? Being a marching Christian soldier, soldier. I said, my mouth ain't paying me no mind right now.
Yeah.
Uh, There are two things I wanted to bring up in case no one came up with any interesting topics. Uh, and let me see. Let me just double check before I ramble on. White Nubian King with no profile says, let me see first. Let me read it first. All right, that wasn't bad. I'm gonna put some glasses on just so I can not mistaken your folks valuable chats. I'm even gonna wipe my glasses clean, although we got about 100% humidity going right now.
Value.
But White Nubian King, what the hell does that mean? Because Nubian is black, right? I don't know. Or does Nubian refer to like sex? Yeah, son of a gun, tell them. You tell them. You tell them. They never asked. Yeah, in fact, they would rather have been taken over by the Japanese because it was really a coin toss, and they're like, you know what? The Japanese right now, with the way things are going, they're just not as kicked back as us Islanders are. But those lazy Americans, they just like to come here and pump our or our women, not our white women. They haven't got white women. Oh man! But in case you don't understand what's going on here, we had somebody without a profile, a loser with no profile icon image. They say time for the lazy Hawaiians to get off the island and to get to work like the rest of the country. Which I think is a funny thing. That's funny. You got it. I know you're a troll, but I do think that's funny. I probably shouldn't let you know that that's funny and, prompt you. Agent Snowman, what's your guys' funniest homeless story? I got one for you. I'm gonna let Chad Ventures think about his. He might have to really nudge his memory because it's been so long since he's not been in four walls. But my funniest thing, well, it's not really a story as much as it is a factoid. It's a factoid, which is, what did Christopher Columbus say to the Indians? What are the first words that Christopher Columbus said to the Indians? Are you guys homeless? Now listen, I know a lot of comedians, it's not the right thing to tell people, explain a joke or whatever, but I'm just merely going to say that is funny. That's funny. If you don't think that's funny, somebody should punch you in the mouth, okay? All right. Yeah, but here's the thing. The Hawaiians, I don't know if it was Mark Twain, but I think one of those famous, wonderful white American conquerors famously said that Hawaii is like the best little whorehouse in the Pacific. I think this has kind of been the story with Hawaii, from what I can gather. I could have wrong info, but from what I understand, Hawaii has always been somewhat of a whorehouse. Where you just relax, get a Hummer, you know, from one of the locals saying, "Oh, Holly, so thick, so oh no, oh Holly." I think there's even like a holiday, like, "Oh, so thick, so oh no holiday." But anyway, yeah. So when they're busy just laying on their backs, pissing off the local Hawaiian men, going, "Oh God, really, really, you're cheating on me with that, Holly? Oh God." Yeah. So yeah, they did not organize when the great imperialized powers were going out and colonizing every far off land that they could find. Yeah, they were literally caught on their backs on that one. I don't know. I'm sure I'm pissing a bunch of Hawaiians off that have a lot of cultural pride and whatnot. But yeah, if in my world, if you had some cultural pride, then stop acting like white people. Big trucks, all kinds of nice white possessions. The things that
Oh,
are currently made in
that's
China, whatever. But
Asian.
anyway, yeah, God, man. Yeah, I once was full of a lot of ho- false Hawaiian pride, or just false pride. I was once full of it. I don't know. I might still be full of it, but it's replaced. I don't know. I think now I have a lot of false Native American pride going right now. That's what I'm flaming the fans of most, is my false American Native American pride, also known as Indian. At any moment, I could start talking like a native.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, you don't want to touch that one with a stick.
World.
You don't even want to touch that with a dirty stick.
Yeah, right, right. Japan and Europe, and then here I am in America. Yeah, yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's pretty funny, actually. Uh, mm.
I gotta catch up with some of the comments here. If you don't have an icon profile, an icon profile picture. Damn, that's three large words to say this. To say this. It's a little icon. It's a little icon profile picture. I hate saying that many words to it describe that. See, this is where Hawaiians are fucking genius. Because a Hawaiian would say, "Oh, if you don't have that kind, bro." And we would all know what you're talking about. So all right. So Glock Boy, yeah, I'm not even gonna read your comment. Alejandro. Alejandro. I'm gonna
Alejandro.
have getting and the thing is right. Do you know Alejandro I'm just gonna massacre your name. Alejandro says, do you know why Columbus called the natives Indian? Bro, yeah, because they're Indians. That's why, bro. What do you mean? Why they called? I know what you're getting to, but yeah, everybody knows why Columbus, who actually didn't first discover America. We all know because here he didn't. Not only did he not discover America, but he thought he was in India. That's how retarded Columbus was. Okay. Uh, the Renat American flag, thumbs down. Oh, yay! 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 America flag, thumbs down. Yay! I know. Give me a flag that you think is thumbs up. All right. Give me a flag.
True that, man. Wow.
I'm not even down with the gay flag. you know, and I'm the biggest homo that's ever existed. Well, not really, but I mean, you know. Yeah. I spent a lot of time in Jersey, and just like Trump, you know, whatever we mention, we have to be the best of, you know. So if I say homo, I gotta say, if I was a homo, I'd be the best homo. I am the best homo. All right. Yeah. Uh, so Renat, yeah, God bless you, Renat. May the American God bless you, because the American God is the mighty dollar sign, as you know. And so may you become rich and uh and
We
join the oligarchs. That's what I say. May you all become so rich that you can join the oligarchy. That's my wish for you all. Um, see, Marty McFly. I like that name, because you know he's he knew he was. Marty says he knew he was in the West Indies. That was all a lie. Yes, of course. Son of a Gun says Hawaii is the only state where people respect people. What?
I don't know.
Huh?
Have you lived there before, brah? Cause like, brah,
Only if you stay in the hotel.
dude. If you stay in the hotel, yeah,
Even
yeah.
if you're in the hotel, you're
Go
probably
rent
not going to
yourself,
get.
go rent yourself a surfboard. All right, rent yourself a surfboard. Okay, and paddle out to Queens Surf Break. Okay, paddle out to Queens Surf Break, and you know,
That's in Waikiki, by the way.
in Waikiki, yeah. If you go to Oahu, and
And there's homos on that beach, by the way. There's
two
it's not known as
foxtrot,
Queens Beach for nothing.
two foxtrot. Go ahead and paddle out there, and go talk to the locals and see how they receive you.
Hey, bro.
Uh,
Hey, bro. How's it
Bruh,
going, bro?
you fucking hell,
How's the
you
waves,
still
bro?
not here. What? You lost. You lost, brah.
I know. Try to snake a native on a wave, on just a
Yeah.
little wave. Go ahead and do that. You'll see how respectful people are.
I,
Okay, we can give a caveat. If you go out to Hawaii and you want to scrap, all right, then maybe you can find that mutual respect. Maybe. I don't think you can anymore, though. There's a lot of guns now in Hawaii. So guns kind of lower the respect levels. Um, okay, then there's an idiot without the kind, so we won't respond to that. What about Russia? Now, I'm glad you brought up Russia, because you just kind of brought me into a topic that I wanted to talk about. There are two topics I wanted to bring up. Today's artificially aware. Um, uh, 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 they just put out a video today, um, and and it's incredible, because I didn't know that there's another. See, I've been talking about this thing called um, engineered consent, and I think that is become self-engineered consent. And admittedly, it's more of a buzzword than a descriptive word, right? Self-engineered consent doesn't quite. You're like, what the hell does that mean? Right? So, there was a video that Artificially Aware put out today that has another term for it, but explains it exactly, well, in much more concise English, because I'm damn near illiterate. So, with my, I have to represent my genius perspective through illiteracy. So that's why I like Artificially Aware. It's a robot. It doesn't get, illiterate. It does go through. What I've noticed with Artificially Aware is there is an outline that it tends to follow on all of its content. It will use a lot of the same buzzwords, but anyway, this one was good because it had a better word for self-engineered consent, and he talks, or it talks about it in terms of um, the battle for your consciousness. It's a consciousness battle. I really like that term, is way more descriptive than mine.
A fight for your consciousness. The fight within yourself is the fight for your consciousness.
No,
Oh,
no, that's it's veiled in that. Yes, but no, it's well, I won't say no because that's not wrong, but it's much wider than that. It's
right.
every sector in our communication, in business, in relationships, and there's this thing, this self-engineered consent going
Right.
on. It's
It's not
again, it's a battle because here's the whole concept. If if I can if I can mess with your perception of reality, then I don't need to go to war. All I have to do is start manipulating your sense of reality. Now, it's an old trick for sure, but it's now being played out in all sectors, not just religion. It's played out in everything. Um, it's really fascinating. Person that wants that's interesting and just interested in reality. Truth is subjective. Let me erase that. If you're interested in reality, our reality, the psychology, the manipulations that are going on, today's episode of Artificially Aware is brilliant, brilliant. Minus the usual buzzwords. I always like to say, and here's the kicker. I'm like, oh come on, don't always use that term. Can't you
that kick.
change it around, use some other when you hear the same terms over and over, it kind of lessens the message a bit, but the message is strong enough that it doesn't matter. I have been noticing this in other people, and uh I say I just lost yet another friend of 30 years. I lost another friend to social media. And this is a great example of just a simple thing. I've lost a friend over saying, "Oh, there's plenty of good bands making music these days." I didn't say it; they did, and I'm like, "Okay, go away. I don't want to know you anymore." How wild is that? Over, and he even texted me like, "Really? Over a song?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, over music. I hate you. Go away." you know, um, over my last friend of 30 years, the one I'm actually speaking of, he argued the Bible references. I had some Bible references, and he wanted to start an argument with me on social in front of everybody regarding my Bible references. My Bible references were merely pointing out that even the Bible says you shouldn't be collecting interest on loans. And he's like, "Oh, well, unless you're cherry picking. If it's a foreign nation, they can." I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm not talking about foreign nations, you dickweed." And there's only one passage that I'm familiar with that says if it's a foreign nation, or there's only one. Whereas there are countless, 5, 6 in the Old Testament, at least one in the New Testament that says, yeah, you don't charge interest. If you charge interest, your blood shall be upon you. It just says that. I'm not cherry picking anything, you know? But so now why, when over religion and politics, you're going to end a friendship? No. Over one word is what I'm willing to end a friendship with. It's called decontextualize. If you call yourself a friend, yet you're going to try to decontextualize what I'm trying to say to people, go fuck yourself. Don't decontextualize me, son of a. That's like marginalizing, you know. And yes, I need to look up the word decontextualize. I might have just made that up, but that is a good word. Here's things in context. I'm saying something in context, and then you're going to argue with me by decontextualizing it.
Yeah, convoluting,
taking whatever I say out of context. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Mouth. So.
Yeah. We had talked about this a little bit in the Dirty Dojo, so it's somewhat of a continuation. However, the guy says, "What about the Russian flag?" Okay, so I got that out, and yeah, go check out, seriously, if you're interested in why things are so like there's this fucking war going on when we're actually, is much more peaceful times than we've ever experienced than in the past. Yes, there's still wars, but not like the kind we used to have. So, but why do things feel so tense? Well, and that's simply because there is a war going on for your consciousness. Because if we can manipulate consciousness, it makes it way easier to control the masses and to transition from one rule over to another. You know,
Yeah.
so okay, we got that out of the way. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was Russia. I've been watching, and I have over the years, especially the First World War. I got really interested in Russia, and all their civil wars and all the wars that they've had, the Russo-Japanese War and all this other stuff.
Sputnik.
Yeah, the Russians, Russia has always been interesting, especially since they're supposed to be the bad guy, right? But yet every once in a while, First World War One, World War Two, we were in bed with Russia, um, so it's weird. As soon as we're done the world wars, okay, now let's go back to being enemies, so we can play good cop, bad cop, right? Because that's the game that's going on here. By the way, America is a corporation. So is Russia. So is everywhere. It's a corporation. You're not talking about nations anymore. If you really think your flag is connected to a nation, you're a fucking idiot. Hello, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Rather, yeah. Your flag is connected to the corporation that your country has become, just like ours. Okay. Um, but anyway, yes, it's still interesting when you have a group of people that identify as, oh, I'm Hawaiian, cause, and oh, I'm Mississippi, I'm a Appalachian mountain man, or you got all these things that people. So that's interesting, right? That's interesting that although we're all just human, and prior to the First World War, we were much more of a global thinking species. And then First World War was all about creating nations, right? Really solidifying the concept of nations. Because with nations, you can then have wars and do purges, you can enslave, you can do all these cool things, right? If you have nations. So this concept of nations, and then nations always have to break through some tyranny of some, right? Where we got our independence. Oh yes, we got our independence. You know, it reminds me of a bunch of old people coming from Walmart with Depends underwear, yeah, diapers. You know, we got our Depends. We got our Depends. Eisenhower spoke of this, that the military-industrial complex, so still, I'm interested in Russia in that sense of these people. And Russia's even more bizarre. You got like the Tartars of Russia, right? That have been, you know, since Genghis Khan came in, the Mongolians came in. And, I mean, Russia is quite an amazing place as far as all the different cultures and whatnot.
Yeah, man,
Um,
it really is. I mean, Russia led the beginnings of going to space.
Yeah, they were the first. They were the Americans. Don't like to remember that.
Yeah, they were the first. They
Yeah.
threw a dog up there and orbited.
They'd rather say that the world is flat
Uh,
than admit
three-
that Russia went to space. How
yeah.
can Russia go to space if the world is flat? Huh?
I forget the
Yeah.
uh, man. I forget the guy's name that went up and made the orbit and came back down from Russia. Oh, and then nowadays you have Russia just dominating the. And I don't like really watch the fight sports, but it's clear that Russia's dominating all the fighting in the fighting sports realm, which is kind of funny. Kind of they train, you know, at a different place than we do. Most of us are all kind of closer in the feral cell, nearer to the equator, while they're training up in the polar cell. So they've got harsher conditions to train under, and
Oh
yeah,
yeah, man.
yeah,
Where was Khabib from? Kazakhstan or something like that?
Dagestan.
Hey, you're breaking up a little bit. Um,
Ah,
and I'm just trying to find a little something here. How can I not have the thing that I'm looking for? That's so crazy. I wish everyone could see like how crazy things are for another person, you know? Like I wish you could just go, yeah, I know you just had that in your hand and it disappeared. I saw it disappear. You know, I wish there.
I gotta do some housekeeping. I think we had a bit of
But I saw a guy. He had his beanie that was stuck to the back of his coat.
some people shall be removed and some people shall be timed out.
Oh
Ah,
my god, I'm way behind on the
yeah,
comments here.
we're
Go
super.
live in Russian, see how you like it. I
Uh,
thought I thought I was. Um,
some people are um, are living a, a fabricated reality. It looks like, and uh, let's see. This guy,
Matt Ron says, "Hi, I
this
love
is
weed."
nice to
Matt Ron also says, "Like your hat, bro."
see.
Hey,
You
Matt.
know,
I bet
you
he's talking about both of us.
probably. One thing I noticed about, we were talking about like online trollers and stuff like that, blah blah. But they have this whole like tendency to want to assume, to fabricate their own reality, right? They want to assume things about people and stuff like that. So and it's in the word, assume makes an ass out of you and out of me. So there's there's that saying. But yeah, it's yeah. Anyways,
Oh, bro. Halo Holic. Or no, Halo Holic.
can you guys do a
Can
back?
you guys do a backflip? Wow, you must be from Africa. because I heard that in Africa you have a lot of young guys running up to tourists saying, for 50 cents I'll do a backflip or whatever. So it's like a thing to do in the streets. So yeah, let me finish up this thought on the Russian thing, and which was I saw this one guy's channel, and he's an American from New York doing his channel's called Sabbatical, by the way. I think he's got a good channel, is a good videographer. Halo Holic says he'll do anything for 50 cents, bro. Well, you said it. No, sorry. That's so distasteful. That was horrible. Horrible. Shame on me. Okay. Oh, we just lost half of our viewers on that. Damn it. All right.
That's all right.
Good morning. Staying off the grid says, good morning, gentlemen. We're going to need you to oil up. Oh, goodness. Oh,
Looks
goodness.
like there's some sexualized hippies. Sounds like there's sexualized hippies. Like,
yeah.
oily.
I was thinking, you brought it up,
Did I?
Halo Holic. You brought it up. Obviously a gamer. Okay. But you did bring it up. Every once in a while, especially out here in the streets, because I'm a homeless crackhead. So the experience is real out here. And every once in a while, see, I don't really pay attention to the fellow homeless girls out here, the gals out here. I don't even look at them. The dudes, I'm all cool with, I'll like, but yeah, the chicks, I do not mess with no homeless chicks. It's just a bad policy. And I'm already, because I've had this happen where the homeless goes, "What? Oh, I see you're a fag. You're a fag. And so my stock line is if it's between a hairy man's ass and you, I'm taking the hairy man's ass any day of the week.
that gosh. I mean, yeah, I would think it'd be that bad.
Yeah. So that way, that shuts them up. In fact, I've had one call the police on that. He just called the police. Was so offended. But he said he would have sex with a hairy man's ass before he had sex with my vagina.
Because I used to be beautiful.
And I'm literally like to the cop, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? I'm standing here with you right now. And bizarre, bro. Bizarre. Yeah. Oh, Halo Holic, one of my favorite songs. Oh yeah, pick me, I'm clean. Oh yeah, you're like my sister. Oh yeah, pick me, I'm clean. Oh yeah. Anyway, you asked for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
you know that song?
Kind of random, but I'm kind of proud of it. I know it's kind of random, but I got an A on that map that I made, on those 2 maps I made.
Hold on, say that again.
I got an A, a 200 out of 200 on the maps I made on the Colorado.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. See, that's our homie right there.
Yeah, I know.
That's our guy right there. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, that's our team right there.
Oh, also on my illustration as well. So,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Waldorf.
Hey, listen, let me just stop you right now. Okay? Of course you got it. You're not acting Chad like at all. See,
Never.
a proper Chad would say, "Oh yeah, you were probably wondering about my last test, and yeah, aced it. Next."
No, this is just something I had to blurt out because I wanted to share. Thought you'd be proud, you know.
No, bro, that's awesome. That's awesome, cool, bro. I'm glad you shared that.
I mean, because I showed you the map, you know, like I showed you it.
Yeah,
I
man.
figured it
Yeah,
might.
I saw it. It was good. I've done topo maps. I've taken courses in college, and I've done orientation and stuff like that. So I know I can appreciate a good topo, and I can appreciate a good map. You know, especially being a hiker. You know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's huge. Yeah. Gosh, so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, topographic maps and maps in general speak to me.
Right. You know, it's really interesting the many different types of messages you can communicate with a map. You know,
Yeah.
people don't really think about it in that way, but you can communicate so many different things visually with a map that would otherwise be like a fucking 2-page, 3-page, 4-page paper, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like a bar graph, but
Yeah.
more dimensional.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And the trippy part is that now you can actually have the bar graphs and the scatter plots and all that other jazz with that. So like you can send them the map of the visual and then send them the data incrementally with it so that you can see all the data with the visual aid of the map. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I kind of get excited when I think about map making.
Now, here's something that I think I'm going to playfully prod you here,
Prod me.
because you're the scholar. You know.
I don't think of myself as a scholar, but I suppose that is something along the lines of what I am. And
Sure. And I'm going to prod you. I say this. Most maps, especially when you're talking about global maps, are useless unless you're using a Dymaxion map.
remind me, Dymaxion map.
A Dymaxion map
What's the
is the actual an actual graph of the globe. You know, because we have problems with Mercator and all these various kinds of maps. There's
oh,
huge problems, and then you have to compensate. And also
I
the
see. Yeah, that's what I
yeah,
was.
the Dymaxion map kind of breaks things down into much more precise context.
Yeah,
The
because a lot of
Dymaxion map gives you a better context.
yeah, like spatial context wise too. Because I mean, a lot of people may not realize it, but a lot of the maps are distorted in a certain way to better visually represent it in a compactful way, kind of deal.
Right,
Um,
right.
so some of the continents on the map might not be
That's huge.
scale in comparison to other continents and countries. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, very much so. It's and the thing with the Dymaxion map is, see, we're we're 2 dimension. The globe is 3 dimension. We're 3 dimension, but we kind of take things in 2 dimensionally, right? And I say that there's a little loophole where you can screw people there, because I can't see both sides of the globe, so to speak, or all parts of the globe. Um, that those other parts can be represented falsely, like you said. And so the Dymaxion map allows you to look at the globe in a two-dimensional way that is the most accurate. And it's interesting that we still to this day don't refer to the Dymaxion map. And I think that's simply because of the whole nation building. You can't have nation buildings unless we have false maps. Hypothesis of mine.
Because you could even withhold data on maps. You can withhold spatial data. You can withhold the what in the where, so that when someone looks at a map, it looks completely empty when actually there's something there. But you wouldn't know unless you walked there physically. So there's that aspect where you can hide things.
Yeah, well, from 3 dimensions to 2 dimensions, because from 3 dimensions to 2 dimensions, I just have to trust that what I didn't see over here, now that it's splayed out, is. And you can manipulate people's perspectives, just like, I think that's what really we're talking about a lot here, is manipulating perspective, manipulating consciousness. The manipulation of consciousness is just mind-blowing and enters into all sectors, mapping included.
Maybe I can show this to the people too, if they don't know what a Dymaxion map is. It's this.
Good one. Yes. Right. Now let's focus on that for a bit, because what do you know? What's the main thing you notice when you look at the Dymaxion map? There's one main obvious thing that you see that you never have seen before until you've seen the Dymaxion map. Can you say what that is?
Yeah, it kind of looks like origami, but on the map itself,
okay. No,
kind of interesting.
I'm glad that
the South Pole is all the way on the side over here in comparison to the North, but at the same time, like if you were to wrap it right, then you'd have the South in the right place, kind of deal. So I kind of see how that works. It's kind of like a puzzle almost. But what is the obvious thing that I'm supposed to be seeing?
Okay, this is the thing that you see on this that you do not see on any other map or the globe. And that is, we're pretty much all one landmass.
Yeah.
You see what I mean when I say you can't build nations if you can't falsely represent yourselves as separate.
Right.
The Dymaxion map does not falsely represent all of us as separate. It represents us as we are, which is all connected. We are literally all connected. It's not like some metaphysical woo-woo here. We are literally, by landmass, essentially connected.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, but some of that mass has gone
separation
under water a little bit, but
Yeah, what's interesting is where what would seemingly be the most separation is where there is what I would say the most active subductive plate tectonics. Like Japan here, right, coming down to Australia, because this branch is all the way down this subductive plate here. So that's interesting. That would make sense because that's where the most lithospheric movement is happening, I guess you could say. It would be where the plate tectonics are subducting and sliding the most, right? Where others, like over here, there's like lots of transforming plates, right, that are just kind of sliding back and forth. But these ones over here, where the land separates more so from the larger land mass, is where there is more subductive plate tectonic movement and action going on. That's kind of interesting. I don't think I would have had that perspective had I not looked at this map.
Yeah, it's and we're just the Dymaxion map. We're just like scratching the surface of the value of the Dymaxion map. It's why I say if you're doing mapping, if you're doing anything as far as the big picture goes, you got to use a Dymaxion map. I don't know how you would do it otherwise.
Yeah.
You know, so again, the war on consciousness is the reason for this, because Bucky came up with this a long time ago. Buckminster Fuller was the one that had realized that when you did this, you saw things much clearer. You know, so it's been around long enough where it's not like some conspiracy theory or anything. It's just manipulation of your consciousness and maintaining this concept of nations and
Right.
you know who doesn't maintain a concept of nations?
Who's that? What's that?
Corporations. Corporations don't give a shit about nations. They'll move their business and they'll use people from wherever and whatever that benefits them. You know? So it really, listen, none of us can escape this paradigm alone. If we, and this has been my message for a long time now, which is if we all understand and agree on what's going on here, you can then at least start to do something about it. Right. But if we decontextualize each other because I want to be right and I want to say something that's cool, it's cooler than what you said. Oh yeah. Right. If we just stop that nonsense of decontextualizing and start putting things more into context and getting rid of all of this bias, this false bias, right? This manufactured bias, this warfare of consciousness bias. That's why I say most people, you're not even you. Yeah, you haven't said an original thing like ever.
Yeah.
Or maybe like once when you dropped acid when you were 15, you might have had like a little squeaky peak into some sort of originality, right? No, we homogenize really quickly.
Yeah.
You see the
Yeah.
diagram interesting here. Yeah, we can't escape it, but if we can at least stop this this ego thing, right? This what would you call a narcissistic ego thing that everyone seems to be catching, and we bring things more into context and whatnot, then we can really actually do we can do something. We do something. One of the things we can do is be released from this self-induced slavery, right? Um, we got more no icon image losers on here.
Self-induced
I think
slavery.
that's all we got, really. What's that, man?
Self-engineered consent, and then what was the other one? Battle for consciousness, right?
Yeah, self-engineered consent is my term for the battle for consciousness, which is the new video that came out from Artificially Aware. So if you go to Artificially Aware's channel and check out that video, it's good. It's the only one I've listened to twice. I'm going to listen to it a third. I'm going to listen to it a third time. Just because the words that are being used are more succinct than the words I've been using. So I want to be able to use those words because it's so obvious to some and so not obvious to others. And it's just how it is. We're human. And
Yeah.
some of us have been focusing on certain things longer, which
It,
means I haven't been focusing on other things. I've
yeah.
been focusing on this thing. That's why I think it's so important for each human to focus on something and bring their unique perspective to it, because otherwise it's just an echo chamber. You know,
Yeah.
there's
It kind of reminds me of we were talking the other day, and I told you about the conversation I had with the older lady that was a piano player, right?
Mhm.
And it it's funny. Some people can write and sing an original song when they're like 12 years old. And some people can graduate music school, have a master's degree, all that other jazz, and not be able to play in a single original melody,
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I think that's kind of a good or metaphor that kind of complements that thought.
Yeah. Well, I had a friend that I guess he's still a good friend, Mitch Kale, great bass player, jazz bass player. He lived in Hawaii there, and I would try to play with him duets with bass and stuff. He was such a good player, good reader, a decent reader, and really good. He was a Berkeley grad, Berkeley School of Music grad. So he was also he and I were, he started the Hawaii Citizens for Separation of Church and State.
Mm,
He had started, and I was like one of the original members of it. So we were good friends, and we had a lot in common with Randy and all that stuff. He didn't know Randy, but he read Randy's books and whatnot. So, um, but one of the things that was weird is I couldn't quite understand why Mitch would want to listen to me or listen to me play. And he would literally come out and to my gig and watch me play. And it was confusing. At first, I thought, well, he's just being a buddy, but no, he wasn't. He actually had an interest in my playing, which was really weird because I felt he was on this entirely different level. And
right.
I'm like, what the hell? I mean, I'm like, compared to him, I'm like playing Happy Birthday or something. Happy birthday to you. Oh, you like my song? Happy birthday to you. I mean, literally, he's so fucking good. He's like, Jaco Pastorius, like, and he's got like a 20 string bass, and it's just incredible.
Right.
However, I didn't like his playing.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I thought his tone was horrible,
Mm.
and I thought that he's just like, okay, yeah, you played all those notes, but I don't care.
Yeah, like
you know
you didn't
I,
feel anything.
I didn't. And then he one day told me that what he liked about my playing, which I got to fluff my feathers here because he's such a good player. It's like, when somebody's a master at a craft and then compliments you,
Yeah.
you got to allow some of them feathers to go up your ass. So yeah, he was saying that I was incredibly skillful at improvisation. I'm like,
Mm.
yeah, okay, I'll take that. I'll take
Yeah.
that. You know, Almost to the point that I think that's all I am. Like, at this point, that's all I can do. I don't even remember notes or word like, C, G, Q, R.
Yeah, just
I
hear it.
can't tell you how many people I jam with, and they don't know how to play. But then they turn to me and go, "Okay, what key are you in?" I'm like, "Oh, go fuck yourself. I don't
Yeah.
know." I I would have to stop and then like for an hour or like investigate for an hour. Like, okay, let me see. Jeez, what note did we start? Did we stay on that note for any length of time? Okay. Then are we repeating that note? Is that note being repeated in context or non-contextually? I mean, it's like, come on, man. I've gone way beyond that in my musical. I hate to say way beyond, but in context to improvisation, yeah, I couldn't possibly do what I do if I thought of notes.
Yeah.
And I think in purely in tone, in terms of sound, not even notes, but just sound. Like, I think a lot, like my improvisations are usually an exercise of me trying, like, playing, and then right towards the last third is usually how it works. I'm there. The
Yeah.
other 2/3 was absolute shit. Like, I did get happy birthday to let me
It's
see.
kind of like the warm up, until like you reach a climax,
But then eventually it's like all of that stuff gets out of the way, and then the you know then that finally comes in. It's like, oh, okay,
And then every
finally.
finished, always, all the time.
Well, I'm finding I purposely have to push myself to do diminished more. I kind of backed off of diminished because it's such a pleasant shape. It's such a just a nice diagonal shape, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So I kind of swore off of them again, because if you're not hearing it,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know. And it's interesting. A lot of what I'm hearing is 1/5 octave, just modulating 1/5 octave. Quite honestly, okay, well, yeah, that's a 6, but not when I move the root. Now we're back to 1/5
Right. Yeah.
octave.
Exactly. I noticed that I've been playing keys a lot more lately, and when I'm kind of just playing what I'm hearing in my head, like, man, it is like so trippy, dude. On the piano, there's just is I don't know, it's just a different way to view, display, and hear the music, because now you're playing note per finger versus with the guitar, you're strumming a chord and boom, or you can pick a note, or you can pluck with your, you can do your finger picking style too and pluck those notes. But with the piano, it's like, I don't know, I feel it's a lot different using
Oh,
the
well, yeah, absolutely.
music.
That you're stuck with those 12 tones.
Yeah, it's different. Like, you can't bend the note, right? You can't bend
Yeah. All right.
and that's the biggest kind of trip. So instead you have to like really quickly, like ring, you know.
But yeah,
Yeah,
both of these. A note between these two, right there.
yeah.
Well, that's where synth comes in nicely, because when you have a synth, you can actually bend notes when you're doing a synth.
It is a little bit. I've been having a lot of fun with that synth too, dude. It's like you make shit sound weird. uh,
Yeah. I put my pedal board back together. I've been running just 3 pedals so I can get rid of the hum, but I'm still on a mission to use as much of those pedals at once or something, man, because the next piece of gear I need to get, which I'm just dreading. I don't want to buy it. You know, of all I keep just You know, it's not just the money; it's also the space. It's like I
Yeah.
can't carry anything more. Come on, no, not even a guitar pick. That's just going to break the camel's back, man. So, but yeah, the next piece of gear I desperately need to get if I want to use all my effects is a sound isolation unit, you know, like a sound ISO. So you have a sound, it
Yeah.
sends out 9-volt DC to every unit separately off of the AC.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and there's so many. You know, it's like what's crazy is those units start at about $80 and go up to like 1,000 or so. You know, so it's like, oh come on. So that means that the $100 one will give you a little less noise. I don't want a little less noise. I'll just get rid of the pedals
Yeah.
and use the amount of pedals that don't have noise. You know, I'm really sensitive to, again, because music for me is the noise. I refuse to let the hum be a drone and dictate the music. You know, I'm
Yeah.
like, no, 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 no. There, you know. So what I do is I'll plug the amp in, the guitar in, and the amp head and the guitar, and I'll go and then I'll listen. I'm like, okay, that is the bass, the base amount of noise that I'll accept, and it's fine. But boy, it's been a challenge. I haven't been able to figure out which pedal is the culprit. It's pissing me off because the way everything is set up, it's set up for my hands. It's set up for me to play and everything to go smoothly with my hands in the way they are. And it just doesn't work with a looper alone. I have two units, one that sustains a note, sustains like a feedback note.
Yeah.
That I have that unit, and I have a unit that um, it's like a shimmer kind of thing where it holds the reverb. So
Holds
if
the
you hold,
like
yeah, if
very
you hold the pedal down, like if I hit a chord, it will just play the resonance of that chord for as long as I hold the pedal. I
okay.
love it. It's really nice.
Yeah.
It works much better for
Let's see.
playing solo because you're not really looping anything. You're just letting that chord resonate, and
Yeah.
then you play on top of that chord. And then when you let up on it, it will just fade. And then you play another chord and hold the pedal down, and then we'll just go into that chord and play over top it. It's
That's
called the
nice.
Terra Echo.
That's nice.
It's
Like that,
yeah,
yeah.
it's a really, I mean, it's a very limited unit. A lot of people don't like them because it only does a limited thing, but it does exactly what I need it to do that a looper doesn't do. And then you introduce a looper, you play those chords, right? And because the echo, it transitions, the one overtones transition to the other. When you
Yeah.
loop a set of chords, you don't get that stop point where it's like, okay, here's the beginning and end of the loop,
Right. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That
Because
1 second.
yeah, yeah, because that's really what blows it for
It
looping,
is.
you know.
Mm. Yeah.
But if you've got a nice, like you don't hear, you know, it's like a drone, or if it's a nice smooth 4 bars, 12 bars, 100 bars, it could be even whatever it is, as long as that transition point between the beginning and
Yeah.
end
It's all about
are
that
seamless.
transition.
Yeah. And then there's another issue where how do you end a loop?
Yeah.
So again, with the Terra Echo, I can play the last chord at the same time of stopping the looper,
Dude,
and it just works seamlessly. You really don't hear a loop,
This when I
in
was
that
in Missouri and doing my gigs, I was using this ditto looper, right? And it would be at my feet. I'm sitting down. This would be how I would exit the loop is that I would use my toes to turn the volume down. And then I'd stop the loop.
Damn, you know what you cut out there, and that's some
Oh,
valuable information that we just lost. You
when
had the ditto looper.
yeah, so to get out of the loop from the ditto looper, I would be barefoot in Missouri, and I would turn it down with my toes, and kind of like give the
Some loopers better. I'm not going to be buying any loopers, man. I already got my solution. I'm
Okay.
rolling with it. But uh, the looper, a good looper would allow you to do two things that I can't do with my looper, and that is it would allow you to do um, mix measures. So I'll have one loop of one measure, but now my next loop is going to be 8 measures, and my next loop is going to be, whatever, right? So
Right.
to be able to loop in different measures, I think is really valuable, to make things go smoothly, and and I think really important is if you can set a loop to fade, right? So if instead of turning it off or turn it down, like be able to fade like with your toe,
Yeah.
except you can do that with each. It's called degenerative looping. So I'm sure there are loopers that do it, but I would like to see it as like a regular function on all loopers
I
to
know,
do
right?
degenerative looping, so you can lay stuff down, and the thing that you laid first slowly degenerates, and then you can do, depending on the speed of the degeneration, you can play just not even, you ignore the looper, you just set it and it plays, the first loop, and then you play over top of that and you play over top of that, and then if your ear is good or you got good music theory, you can morph and play diatonic uh stuff that's, diatonic bridges. So you're in this
Yeah.
key and now you want to play something that's in this key, so you start playing a diatonic bridge where all the stuff from the previous key disappears, and now you jump right from that diatonic
Yeah. That's cool.
bridge to the next song, and you don't even have to think of the looper. So degenerative looping is, I think, really cool, especially for soundscape stuff.
Yeah. Uh, Man, when we talk about music, we just end up talking for like long time. Long
I
time.
know, and like everyone goes away. So
They're all like,
we have, let me see, we got 404 error not found. Show us your chalk. Oh God, that's disgusting. All right, I won't talk. I won't say that out loud. AJIJSK says, "Hello, love from India." Yes, aloha, and India. No one from India has ever been like a foul mouthed, disrespectful little
yeah.
bitch. No one from India ever. Everyone that's ever come and hung out with us from India has been just a delightful, wonderful human being. So, welcome, my friend from India. And if I ever make fun of you, it's only for financial gain. So don't worry about it. I will make fun of anyone for financial gain. Okay, I just want to make that clear. If I can make a couple bucks by making fun of you, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Let me see. I think we're. Where are you from? There's a person with an icon, and it looks like Russian letters. Russian lettering is just so anarchy, man. It's like looks like English letters, but they go, I don't know how to say bad words in Russian, but screw you. I am going to turn your letters upside down and use them. Russian letter. I'm assuming they're Russian letters. Maybe you're from Greek. I know the alphabet in Greek is also different as well. So that's interesting. Where are you from? I don't know. I don't know where I'm from. I'm too old to remember. Uh, and T without a profile. Do you remember me? No, you don't even have a profile. Oh, it's Titan. Titan, I do remember you. Aloha. Suva Boat. Suva Boat. I always wonder what I'm saying when I just like blurt out these things. Somebody saying Paris and then has some what looks like kanji. That's very interesting. I tell you, our stream, Chad, delightfully international stream in
Oh,
all
cool.
of California and or Colorado.
Nice.
We have the most international stream in all of America. I'm going to say it. It doesn't have to be true. I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
We have the
We
most
have the number one best
international
burgers in
stream.
America right here. Number one best
Number
burger.
one.
Number one
Number
taco.
one. Here, we
Number
got the
one
best burgers, best
snack.
tacos, best spaghetti, best pizza. You don't believe me? Look at our women. Look at our women. We feed our women well. Look at all of our women. They're all big. Yeah, that's how all of us Americans show our wealth by the way we feed. Us men are skinny little rails. Our women eat the food right out of our mouths as we're trying to eat. Our women usually will just eat the food out of our mouths. So we're all skinny, but our women here in America, unless they're lesbians, all the lesbians are pretty thin these days, I think. But yeah,
Not the ones out here, man.
all the heterosexual women.
Are
What's that?
the ones out here where I'm living are of a larger demographic.
They're big, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they got to be big because it's cold,
Yeah, I know, right?
right? And they got to keep us warm because we're just unemployed
Yeah.
musicians and we need a big American woman. American
Yeah. Like a
woman.
big pillow, you know? A big pillow that kisses you. Tells you that everything's okay.
Yeah. What's that song? I think it goes, American woman, lay next to me. American woman, keep my feet nice and warm.
I don't know the
You
lyrics.
come knocking on my door, I'll let you in because I'm real cold. You come in and warm my apartment. It's your apartment. I just let you in. Now, woman, keep me warm.
Yeah, she keep me.
Somebody wanted more singing, so there you go.
I don't have a lady to keep me there yet so far. I don't know. We'll see.
I have never ever been with a large or plus size woman, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
I kind of dated a girl that was she was Cambodian, or she's
A
Cambodian.
fat Cambodian? How?
Well, she wasn't. She's not like. She was kind of like, as they would say in Hawaii, boss. She was tick.
But was she? Oh no.
I didn't actually taste. Um, no,
Now,
but
how was that? I mean, how was the sensation of being with a tick a tiktita.
Well,
You mean one
she wasn't a
tiktita?
woman, but she did keep me warm. Yeah.
She did keep you warm.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
She was
see.
squishy.
Now, was it more difficult getting at the private parts and stuff, or she
No,
wasn't that big?
she wasn't that thick. I don't
Oh,
think.
okay.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing I'm kind of looking forward to is
She's
like,
like chubby and thick, but she wasn't like fat.
yeah,
Like just loosely fat, where like the belly roll is clearly over the vaginal area,
yeah,
where
yeah.
lift the belly flap
Yeah,
to
yeah. Well,
discover
that's the
floor.
ancient Native American folklore. Native American folklore is how do you eat an Indian taco? Simple. You just lift up the belly. Yeah, just yeah, not really a joke. More
Oh
of
man.
like again a factoid. I think factoids are my favorite jokes. Really. So
It always makes it even funnier that it's true because it can't be changed. It's
but
perpetual.
I'm just wondering, like, I see pictures, like the old romantic French impressionist pictures, and even the romantic pictures of the, they got naked women, and they're all so voluptuous and fat, and and so I look at that, I'm like, hell yeah, yeah. But then when I look at one of our fat American women, I'm like, oh God, all I can think of is like, you know, Fritos, like, and cottage cheese, and I don't know, God, like, how
Cellulite.
is it that our fat women aren't as pretty as the ones that are naked in the pictures? Or do you just got to take the clothes off? Are the Fritos just that's the smell of the clothes? If they take the clothes off,
Well,
dilemma.
I did learn that in photos nowadays, well, maybe not back then, but in photos nowadays, people are so obsessed with it. I think this is another interesting thing on the reality that we were talking about earlier. uh, is that in Photoshop, CGI, and green screening and all that other stuff, you can make stuff fake. You can really fake things out, especially in Photoshop. When I had my digital photography course, I didn't use Photoshop that much, and I honestly don't like it. If you can't take a photo that you can't change because it's that good, and you have to go back and digitally change it to make it what you want it to be, then you must not have been seeing the reality quite well enough, to take the actual photo. Yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. Um,
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up because this is the third topic that I didn't know that I wanted to bring up, but I did. I do want to bring it up. There's actually three. That's the third one you brought. Everyone brought up the topics that I wanted to talk about today. I didn't bring them up. They did. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Um, shit. What the hell were we talking about again?
Photoshop, digital photography, faking.
Oh, yes. Dating. Okay, here's the thing. Dating apps, which are probably, listen, one of the best things you could have is a dating app, right? If they actually worked and weren't trying to rip you off and make money off of your pathetic self. These guys are pathetic. Let's make some money off of them.
Yeah, let's charge
There's
them.
like one woman on the dating platform, and there's like 50,000 men, and she she just keeps proliferating a different profile and like, oh hi, I'm Trixie. I'm a blonde and 34 years old. Oh, hi, I'm Ebony. I'm you know, like, so if it weren't such a pathetic thing, dating apps would be a fucking amazing, man, because you'd be able to videos and speak to each other and like be able to safely figure out if you want to continue to like then go the next level. You start texting, then if you feel safe, call, right? Video call if you feel safe, and then sexting, right, on video. You could you even go there, like, you know what,
Whatever.
let's both whack off first and see if we want to, like, further our relationship. Anyway, um yeah, that's what we could be doing, right? And God bless Mark Zuckerberg, because that's what Facebook originally was supposed to be, and it got neutered because he got married to an Asian woman, and probably divorced too, I think, by now.
That sounds
But I
true.
digress. Yeah, Facebook was a dating app, initially a dating app, right? And then got turned into what it is now. So everybody wanted to do the dating app because it was easy money, man. Because but it's a shame. It's a shame that there were no regulations. And they go, listen, man, people are just trying to connect. Would you let people connecting and bust a nut, for God's sake? You know. So, but anyway, that's not the reality that we have. So now the dating apps have turned into something different, something that a lot of logical men don't want to bother with. I understand that. However, for the difference, it has appealed to some, such as myself. I love dating apps. It's my version of Candy Crush. It's my version of like solitaire. It's my version of I don't know, like throwing a rock against a tree
Video.
or something. It's just, yeah, it's just like I look at all the reasons why I should not pay any attention to. Oh, you're pretty, but left, 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 left. Oh, look at you. Oh, look at you. Let me text. Oh, you're illiterate. Left, left. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a wonderful, wonderful little game that you get to play where you can discount and disqualify and marginalize and decontextualize people without hurting anybody. You know, you can go, you know what? Vagina, no, no vagina, vagina, no. Ooh, vagina. Nah, no vagina, no vagina, no vagina. You know, nobody's getting hurt here. Nobody's getting hurt. Nobody's getting anything on them. Did you get any on you? No, no, you didn't. So, um, so anyway, what I wanted to bring up here were some of the things are if they have perfect eyebrows, left, if every picture is the same picture, like same picture, same side. It's like you scroll, it's the same picture, but just a different, like,
Same
the,
side.
different, same smile, same everything. Left, cross around their neck. Left, hi, I'm a conservative. Left.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just amazing. Or just one picture. Left. 43 years old, but looks like you're 18. Left. I mean, there's so many. I think it's a great exercise
Red flag.
in
Red flag.
in like in judging, in character judgment, because one thing Americans are not good at is character judgment. Just not good. They're no good at it. Or at least 50% of us are not. No, over
No,
50%.
it's
It's got to be. according to numbnut voting and all that shit. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're to dummy it all down, yeah, 50 over 50% of us not good judges of character at all.
No, yeah,
No,
I
no.
think it's
And God bless them. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. But
well,
your judgment character is horrible. And it's horrible to say that to somebody because like if I went up to you and go, Chad, I like you, but your judge of character is horrible. Like, your first retort would be, yeah, you're right, because look who I'm hanging out with. Right? I mean, that would be the first thing you'd say right back to my face, right?
yeah.
But such bad judges of character, man. I mean that will some listen, if if you're such a bad character, you have so many bad character, judge a bad character, judge a bad character, instances where it was because of judge a bad character, right? You just got all these instances. Some of them are gonna work out. You see what I'm saying? Some of those instances of like, I was a judge a bad character on that, but well, at least he lowered my taxes. Or, I was a judge a bad character, but man, she gave a really good blowjob. Or, yeah, I was a really judge a bad character, but I was able to, make a lot of money that year.
Yeah, a lot of imbalance to be balanced.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Good bad
what
character.
was that all about? Yeah, but judging people by the very clear signs that they give, you know.
Oh yeah,
Um,
is um yeah, there really is. There's like subtle little words or phrases or spurts of whatever it is that they're saying. So there's this draw club, right? And we all go and we draw and stuff like that, blah blah blah. And I feel kind of bad, but I also feel kind of good. But when I first went to this draw club, it was like, oh, everybody, takes out a thing to, like a prompt draw or something like that, right? And that's pretty cool, So there's all these prompts and stuff, and but then when I got there, I kind of didn't realize that was the thing. I was saying, yeah, I don't because I was having that illustration class where I was like, yeah, man, for some reason, like I'd rather just illustrate my own ideas and my own stuff, but this my course teacher just wants me to if I can do what she wants me to do, and I have a list of things to choose from that I get to draw, and that's pretty. I want to be able to choose what I want to draw. So like the next draw club, it's like, oh, so what's everybody drawing? It's like, oh, whatever we want. Oh yeah, you can still do the prompt, but now it's whatever we want. But there's prompts if you would like also.
yeah. So
Yeah, but the lady that organizes it, she's cool, and so are all the other people there. So good stuff. But I did kind of initiate that, I think. Um,
yeah, well, it's good to have influence. It's good to have positive influence, right?
yeah, yeah.
You bring something to the table. Whoever the organizer was. Kudos to them for allowing other ideas onto the table, so to speak.
Yeah, she didn't like have anything to retort or anything when I said that, but I
Yeah.
realized I was like, "Ooh, I kind of said
Well, that
something."
would be really weird, anti-creative thing to do. Is like, well,
I know, right? Yeah, yeah. It just shows that she really is an artiste.
yeah, yeah, good. That's what I said. Yeah, kudos.
Because I mean, because it is true that for some people that haven't developed their own artistic um, imagination, that they might need a prompt that exercise. So,
Oh yeah. It's funny with music too. That maybe that like is maybe the good thing about a song,
yeah,
right? I like to rip on the song and say the song is murder. Songs are murder. But maybe a good thing about a song is when it'll get you going, and then you can improv off of it, or ride on the
yeah,
automaticness of it just playing in your head, or the familiarness. Um,
yeah.
um,
I do like the song. Like I play songs. I sing songs and stuff
oh
like
yeah,
that. I
yeah,
have a stupid amount of songs just off the top of my head that I could play for 3 hours for a gig. Without a fucking pamphlet in front of me, kind of deal, right? Um, but I understand the whole, like, some songs definitely suck, and they're like a song killer, I guess you could say. You know, but it kind of depends on the person, perhaps. For me, I can't play and sing a song unless there is something within that song from that artist that I can resonate with. You know what I mean? If
that's
I can't,
hard with vocals. So that's
yeah,
that can be a
it is hard
challenge.
with and
Yeah,
lyrics and stuff, because the lyrics have to be there too. Like, if the lyrics have no meaning to me, I'm not gonna fucking sing that song. You know, but if the lyrics have meaning, or have some meaning, or maybe if I just think it's funny.
yeah. Early on, that's all I like to do. In my
Like,
Zappa days, everything had to have a joke involved. All
yeah,
my music had to be a
yeah,
joke song. I even thought of myself as like joke rock. And not quite like Al Yankovic, Weird Al or anything, but still kind of jokes, funny things.
yeah. I
Uh,
realize I have such a range of music that the people in town have heard me play now. Because, right, from keys to guitar, from playing like a classical Spanish guitar, Romanza Romanza by Esteban, to like playing Uncle Remus by Frank Zappa, or you know what I mean. And when I don't like to compare myself to other people, but when I compare my range of music to everybody else's range of music that I've heard, dude, I am like,
oh yeah. And
it,
that's so good, man. That
it's kind of crazy.
more players need to be like that, because it's so easy to just narrow it down and then go into auto mode, because
Yeah,
you're able to narrow your playing down. Your neuromuscular system just remembers to do that stuff and whatnot, and
yeah.
now you're playing automatic. But uh, yeah, I was going to say that it's circumstantial to a great degree. I think as I get older, because I've played lots of cover music. Uh, I've written a lot of music, and I think it's an age thing. At least for me, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's an age thing, and that is and how you take the song. Like, if I had more ability in my hands, right, then I would probably be a human jukebox for myself. I'd probably always be playing, because I'm very compulsive that way. I could easily just wake up, play, and then not eat, not do anything, and go to sleep. It's probably something wrong up here,
I do it
right?
too.
So yeah, and so um but my hands can't do that, right? And because my hands now can't do that, I have to ration out. Okay, you're going to play guitar and you're going to try to make music. You've got this much time to do it. and you'll be able to do it maybe on these days. So choose well what you want to do. And eventually that turned into not playing a fucking song. I just, for God's sakes, I just want to be able to like hear and be moved by the sound,
Right. Yeah.
and hell, not even share it with anybody. Luckily, I have been wanting to share it because it's also archival. It's like I can put it up online, and I ain't paying anything. I can listen to it.
Oh, dude, it's like a music journal, like a music.
Yeah. So I don't mind that. I don't mind that aspect of it. But the most important thing, why I got an amp, because I could have done without the amp. Having a big fucking cabinet is so absurd. I
Yeah.
wanted to do a whole episode on like what's the essentials, like your nomad as a nomad. What's your top essentials, And mine would be
Amp.
like the toilet, right? The loo, which I always got to make sure gets plenty of air before I put it back into the vehicle, or else that's just horrible. Um, there are things, right? I'm not going to go because I do want to do a separate stream regarding the essentials, and we'll both be able to think about it before we do it. So, but the one stream or the one essential that I did not really think would ever have happened was having a cabinet, a guitar cabinet. But the reality is I'm not trying to play a song. I'm trying to be moved by the sound that I
Right.
create. And I mean, sure, I can play a song and make that sound good on a small little amp, but you're being moved by a different thing. You're being moved by the cleverness of the song, whatever. Your memory of the song. Oh yeah, you just did that part, dude. Yeah, but but it's not the kind of thing where a 12-inch guitar speaker can only do. It's moving this much sound. That's the size of your head, and it's hitting you proper. You know, it's. I don't think you can really do it without. I mean, I think you do it with a bunch of small speakers in a 1x12 enclosure. You could do that, but hell, why not just one big speaker? Instead of a bunch of little speakers. So, but those would work. But if it's not big enough, it literally isn't enough to move the air. And for me to have any satisfaction from playing the guitar, I don't even need to have the guitar in my hand to get. I could just kind of like make noise on the guitar and then start playing with the effects.
Right.
It's the noise that's coming out of the amp that is what I want, what I need. Otherwise, I might as well not even play, because I don't have any songs to play anymore. I just have sound, and I want to hear really neat sounds, and um, and it's weird because after almost 6 years of being on the road, I finally acquiesced to using and getting a big, it's like, God, man, and there's suffering. There's huge suffering. It takes up way too much space. I can't have my, I can't have my fridge anymore. I got to sell my fridge, you know,
Oh.
I got to get rid of stuff just so I got to get rid of essentials. What used to be essentials, like, the thing like, oh, I got to have my ice refrigerator. No, no,
Swap it. Oh,
no.
yeah.
I
Now
need that cabinet.
the dissonance
I
of
need that.
which essential is best fit for your life. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, especially for being a nomad, because here's the thing: if you're going to be nomadic, you have to go, okay, but what are you going to do?
Hmm.
Because I think a lot of people, including myself, will go, well, I'm a nomad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? I'm a nomad. I'll make videos. I'll I'll make videos of being a nomad. Okay, well, what are you gonna do? I'll do some magic. Watch it. No, what the fuck are you going to do? I'll go climb some rocks, bro. What are you going to do? Are you just going to like? Oh, I'm a nomad. That's it's just, it occurs to me how absurd I am on this. Yeah, no, you're not just a nomad.
Yeah.
You actually you are something. You really are. You are something. And in my case, I am a musician. I just am. It's not like a thing. Oh, I gotta do music because I get some chicks and I gotta do a gig and
Right.
I gotta write a song and no, 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 no. You're a musician, bro. Like it or not, you're a musician, and so you have to have that thing, or you're fucking homeless. And so that's the kind of thing I want to bring to our next stream. Maybe maybe we'll
Yeah.
cover it too much now, but I think you have whatever it is you're gonna do. God help you, Goddess help you, that
Yeah.
whatever it is you are in life, you're able to do it as a nomad.
Yeah. It's
Because like if you're a piano player, oh shit,
ah,
you know. um
I've thought about it too. Like, man, I could throw my 88 keys on top of the roof of my car, like, and
I've
I'm just
done it. I've done it. I've done it. It's retarded. Yeah, it's retarded.
play it off of 8 AA batteries, or plug it into my power bank for however long it lasts for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's when I'm nomading, one of the essentials that I identify with is my rock identification kits and my prospecting gear, you know,
Yeah.
and my guitar. And I need my guitar. I can't go without my guitar.
Yeah, but is the rock thing like? Because I think the thing that there's, it's on. Okay, if you had to pick five things, right? There's one thing that's on the bottom of the list, but it doesn't matter because it's still an essential. And that's where I put my amp, right? It's at the bottom of that list, but it's also an essential
Uh-huh.
because if I didn't have it for a long time, then I would be neglecting a huge part of something that I've always done, you know. Do you think the rock stuff is that, or that the music thing is that?
Neither.
Neither.
No,
So
neither of them.
what would you like if you were
No,
okay? You're going to be a nomad, Chad, and God, Nomad Chad. How did you miss that as a handle, Nomad Chad?
no.
How the hell did you miss that?
Because I looked up that name already, and it was like some
Oh
rap,
yeah, there we go.
some dude's rapping channel, and he had like 4 followers, and I don't know.
Oh well, see that. Oh, bro. Yeah, we'll send him a cease and desist. Yeah,
I think
we'll
I
send
think
him a
it'd
cease
probably
cease
be
and desist.
my computer. Like I don't necessarily need my computer with me on my. I mean, it would be nice to have it because then I could just like upload data immediately, but I could always just write the data down and then upload it
So
later.
okay, so
Uh, I don't know. I'm really trying to think about what essential would be one that I could just that I that I could go without. Then I guess it would be between an electric guitar with an amp, and then or an acoustic guitar without an amp, and then I would. But then the acoustic's also bigger than the electric, and it takes up space in a different way. So then
right.
there's so then having a small amp with a small electric, or just having my small travel acoustic guitar actually wouldn't be bad either. I would just have to downgrade my musical equipment probably,
See
but
that kills me.
But
That kills me because that's what I've been going through for 6 years.
yeah, but I don't
I'm
know.
still going
I don't
through it. I'm still going through it.
have all the bigger bells and whistles, I guess you could say, that you like. I don't have all the tech that you have acquired. So for me, my music setup is already a lot smaller, you know.
Well,
Um,
I think that has a lot to do with
mm,
you being a songster right now. In your music, I
sure.
think you're really in your song period. Like you're at the top of your game as a songster,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah, definitely, dude. I wouldn't doubt that. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely. Well,
See, if I were there, I would only be playing my small little acoustic, and I would be because I've tried to do that, but as I was trying to do that, actually, when we first started training together, I was trying to get by with just an acoustic, being a songster, and it was just fading. You know, my ability was fading as I was. You know, so you were. It's a wonder that you were able to catch me as a player at all,
mm,
because I was losing it. You know, that's when my and then I transitioned into painting because of it. Right, I was like, oh,
right.
I can't. I'm gonna have to do painting. I'll never be able to play again. Then, then a bad life, a bad judge of character, saved me, and I got back into music because she said, just do it for fun. Yet again, where bad judges of character kind of can have can sometimes work out, you know.
Do it
Well,
for
this time and
fun?
this time and
What?
this
I
time,
never
it
thought
actually
about.
worked out. The bad judge of character worked out. I did have to navigate some stormy oceans, but still it worked out. And I really do. I appreciate the fact that if anything, that relationship gave me back playing music and being a musician because it showed me the value. And you
Yeah,
know, I taught all the kids how to play, I taught her how to play, and what little I knew was still way more than they could do,
yeah.
which you know what I mean. And so then it kind of brought me back into the fold of going, oh well, I can still record music and I can still do stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So and it's not until now that I've committed to saying, listen, you can't carry a drum set. You can't even play a drum set. Electric drum sets suck. And you know, just play guitar, bro. You love guitar. Guitar is a great instrument. It's a very electric guitar is an extremely portable and versatile instrument. I don't really think another one's been. It's like the skateboard. They really haven't created anything better than the electric guitar, you know, as far as portability, as far as tonal character. You
Mm,
know, it has a wide tonal character. You can play notes, you can play intervals, you can play chords, there's so much you can do with electric guitar that you can't do with any other instrument, and skateboard too, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still
Um,
trying to think about what I could just drop from my essentials, but the truth is, I can still fit everything. Like I could still fit my setup in my car.
this is how I've been looking at it though, right?
I need.
If you're going to be a nomad and you're
Hmm.
really like you don't got no goddamn safety nets, that kind of
Yeah,
nomad, right? If you're that kind of nomad, then I think the refinement here is not what can I carry, but what could I reasonably hire an Uber driver to carry? This has been through experience, man, especially my latest experience. And thank you once again because you really helped me in that experience. But boy, what an experience where, um, bro, I had to hike miles and miles carting gear back and forth from the hotel to the fucking warehouse with a huge backpack. You know?
Dude, you must have been so sweaty after that, dude.
In the rain. Because I had already paid Uber, 2 rounds. I'm like, okay, I can't just keep doing this with Uber, right? There's not an Uber vehicle big enough to that's going to let me all the stuff, right? So it kind of, if you're a nomad and you're a nomad with no safety net, I think there's two methods of nomading that are important. The luxurious backpacker, where you essentially have a backpack and a car, and you could literally walk away from the car with just your backpack. I love that mode, but you're not really living. You can't have a guitar. So then there's the mode above that, which is, what could an Uber driver carry? Because if your vehicle breaks down, you're okay. You're going to leave you're going to leave your shit in your all your stuff in your vehicle. It's not going to work out so good. Yeah, especially your $8,000 so and so and your $500 so and so and all that. Very, very challenging. I now am really fighting not having to ever do that again, because that sucked. That sucked. Again, if it weren't for your help, it would have sucked 10 times more, bro. But it still sucked, because I was like carting all. I'm like, how do I fit this much shit into an Outback? That's incredible. It's incredible.
Lift it up a little bit, suspension afterwards.
Oh, totally, man. This is getting wheels, like, So yeah. Again, I'm always thinking ideal systems, not necessarily living these ideals. I currently have the huge Jackery and the tiny Jackery with me, so yeah, there's so much for damn things. So anyway, I was hoping, of course, I wasn't expecting to get this interface, this direct digital interface, audio interface, AI, digital interface, DI. It seems like the industry is confused here. They don't know what to call what. So, but anyway, digital interface. I like digital audio interface, DAI. That's probably what they should be calling it. Nobody's calling it. DI. Digital audio interface. I ordered the Yamaha, which is sort of like part mixer, part interface for streaming. So it promises to do some things. We'll see. I was hoping to get that earlier, maybe by tomorrow, but I guess Amazon's on strike.
Oh,
yeah, Amazon's on
how
strike,
about
so
that?
perfect timing.
On the planet, making the most money, has their workers going on strike.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, the strikers are saying that conditions are dangerous, and they're really cracking the whip faster, and you got a mandatory overtime and mandatory holidays and all that kind of stuff. And now
mandatory work days.
Yeah, I know. And what's going on is white people are not having it. They got white people working in there too, and white people aren't having it. The white people are going, you know what? I need to go potty. And you're not letting me go potty. I have to wait to go potty. So yeah, white people ain't having it. And so Amazon in I guess Orange County, maybe Orange County Amazon has gone on strike. A lot of the stuff that we get here in California comes in through Southern California and then up the corridor. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get this digital audio interface anytime soon now, because I keep looking and the date gets pushed back as I look. It's like, oh, it's arriving tomorrow. I'm, oh, cool. It's arriving a week from now. Oh, what? It's arriving 2 weeks from now. Oh, come on now. So anyway.
So it's kind of funny. So like they go on strike, right? But none of the packages are handled. So when they come back, they just have an even bigger mess to clean up. I don't know.
No, they'll get the
Right?
brown people in there. That's where they just get the brown people, and then the higher uppers get to go. See, I told you we shouldn't have had the white people in here. White people want too much. The brown people, they'll just let them pee in a cup. They'll have their salsa. They can eat their salsa, their chips with one hand, and do the processing with the other. The white people, they're just too. What is that? What's that word? What's that word? Prima donnas. Yeah, prima donnas. The
Prima
white
donna.
people are the prima donnas.
Jerry's never
Yes.
washed a dish in his life,
Yeah.
and
So,
he's 3 years
yeah.
old.
But with this, there is a good chance that maybe next week's, maybe there'll be the audio that of my dreams, of all of our dreams.
Mm.
There might be, maybe. The first step will be to at least get good mono audio. And then if I can, I'm actually going to do a fund drive. In fact, right now, I'm going to start the fund drive right now. If you want to help us to produce rather, stereo sound, not just for the audio. We're both musicians. We're going to do stereo sound and do live streams of stereo sound right here on, well, this channel, Chad's channel, my music channel. I'll probably go over to my music channel to do that. So there's not going to be us talking. There's not going to be that. We
Yeah.
come here to do that.
Yeah, this is our blah blah channel.
Yeah. So, but if you want to be part of the success that this is going to be, because I know it's going to be successful. You know why? Because God doesn't make junk. Bob Ballard, that says the God is mankind's safety net. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. In the name of the sister and
Perhaps a
her other
shit.
sisters.
Perhaps it
Okay.
is. You never know.
Oh no, in the name of the sisters. The sisters would be the Venusian sisters, the goddesses of Venus, and they're all sisters. Could you imagine?
I'm,
Bob Ballard, are you listening to me? Can you imagine going to Venusia,
I'm just
Venus,
checking.
and yeah, and being the only man there amongst sister goddesses? Oh, you really did bring up a topic that is near and dear to my. Okay, anyway, cut. What were we talking about? Bob Ballard, you just threw me. You threw a monkey wrench into my programming. My. Yeah,
The
what the hell were we talking about?
uh,
Here, you remember while I bongo this bitch.
we're talking about Venusians and seeing Venusians. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right now.
That's all right. This is the whole purpose of this stream is to test our short-term memory. It's almost like a game show, really. You know, bongo, bongo, then try to remember what's you're even thinking.
I think that edible kicked in.
Uh,
I'm trying to inhale less because I think I should inhale less.
Now, I'm trying to be respectful with Bob Ballard because he has a profile icon, and I'm always respectful with people like Tori Nutt with Bunch of Roses. Yeah, I'm always respectful with people with profile icons. So I will respectfully ask Bob Ballard, when you say the God is mankind's safety net, are you referring to Ballsack?
When
I'm just wondering.
I refer to Ballsack.
Yeah. You know, when I think of the creation of man, I immediately go to vagina. I'm sorry. I'm just that kind of guy.
DeAndre?
What's that?
You said the giant. You said you go to the giant, so I said DeAndre? DeAndre the giant?
Who? What? Anyway,
I don't know. Yeah.
robots got off conversation there.
Yeah.
But Edith says, "Hey, from Ireland, you smoking some green? What do you think, yo?"
What do you think there,
You
Edith?
know, I wonder what my 14-year-old would think of myself now, because
Like, damn,
you know,
you're back
I was burning at a very young age, right? Let's just say 15. My
burning.
15-year-old, what I just did just now, I wonder what my 15-year-old self would say, because my 15-year-old self was into Kiss and Rush, right? And so, if you would have been referred to weed back then, I would not have referred to hip hop or rap music. But now, when you say, "Yo, bro, you burning some weed," and right away you want to go, "Poof, poof, poof," like, right? You don't go down to dun dun down to dun dun down to dun to dun dun down to dun dun
No,
down.
no, no,
You
no.
don't go YYZ from Rush when you think
No.
weed, which you should. You should. I mean, Rush was one of the first bands to write a song about weed, right?
Usually go for the there's a natural mystic blowing through the air.
Well, no, it's not rock and roll. Yeah,
When I was in high school,
uh,
that's what the whole yeah. I listened to a whole lot of Bobby.
and then Black Sabbath had, of course, Green Sweet Leaf, right? You had Black Sabbath with
Yeah.
Sweet Leaf, right? So, but those weed bands, hip hop bands, didn't come until much later, right? Like Cypress Hill, right? And
Right.
all those rap weed bands, they
It's
they came later. Before it was so if you're referred to weed, you're like, yeah, you think, and I'm going to admit that the rap songs now in my head have taken over. When you say weed, I think of weed, insane in the main brain or
it's
whatever,
kind of the bird.
insane in the brain, weed, or any of those songs,
Inhale,
you
exhale.
know.
Just got announced in the mail.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to agree with Chad Ventures. I think there was maybe the reggae was the crossover point where reggae then was like, oh man, let's just do nothing but sing about reggae and play the song, same chord, same chord over and
Come
over,
on,
same thing, chink, 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 chink. Just play
man.
that, man. Just play
We'll
that, man.
play. Yeah,
And
just
then
get
from
this. Give me the
there,
kick on the
we
upbeat, man.
became highly associated. Yeah. I think we just covered some music history between you and I think we unveiled some
I think
music
we
history.
covered a lot of stuff today. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We should probably stop.
Yeah, we're giving people too much, man.
Well,
So
there's an old saying. The more you work, the less you're worth.
something like that, right?
Well, we're not working. I think the more we do this, the more we're worth because we're proving that we're actually not doing shit.
Yeah. Nothing at all. Just enjoying our lives. I think I'm gonna try to make a snowpack snow ramp in the backyard this weekend. We're supposed to get some more snow. I think I'm gonna try to make a ramp.
Do you have at least 3 feet of pack?
Well, this is about maybe a foot right now, so I would have to like move a lot of snow.
Yeah, I'd
So,
wait. I'd wait for that 3 foot mark.
yeah, with more snow and hopefully get it up there because I don't have a ski pass. And like you said, man, gotta go work. I'm gonna have to go work for the mountain if I want to go skiing or snowboarding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I considered it briefly this year. I was like, yeah,
Oh
maybe I
yeah,
should go. No. Before I could even finish the sentence, you're like, no, oh no. You're dumb.
yeah.
You're just dumb.
There's a place in Taos, New Mexico. In Taos, New Mexico, and I think it's in the Taos Ski Valley, and they might have changed it now, but they had free camping at the like BLM campgrounds, dispersed camping 10 minutes down from the ski resort.
Ooh,
Yeah, exactly. And
ooh.
at the ski resort, they actually have an area where people can pay to camp out. And yeah,
With
exactly.
hookups?
I don't know with hookups. This was 2 years ago in March 2022. But
Wow.
but if one wants to work and ski, I'm just saying, and you're a nomad, that would actually be a pretty sweet spot. That's if you want to do that, though. I
Yeah,
thought
I
about.
mean, I've even been tempted to just go and loiter up at some of the ski resorts in Tahoe, but
Oh hell yeah!
it's just such shit, man. It's shit. Tahoe is shit, man. It's a shame. The mountains are beautiful. I love hiking through the mountains through here and stuff. But as far as the whole mountain culture, it's just shit. I would really like to go where you're at in
It's like the
Colorado. I'm
white.
sure they've
Sheep.
got a much more chill
Oh yeah.
culture out there.
Oh yeah, dude. It's pretty chill out here. We're very mellow out here. I would say we get surges of tourists in the tourist season, but other than that, we don't have like everybody driving up from LA, or whatever. All of goodness.
So I didn't finish my scattered, or rather, to finish my scattered topic matter because you guys, hey, what's this all about? So, oh yeah, we're about everything today. We're about it all. But what I wanted to finish saying about the Russian thing is I've been checking out Russian, people that go visit Russia and visit the people of Russia and whatnot. And this one guy, I think it's I forget I forget the channel's name. I said it earlier, but I forget it now. This one guy was doing a really good job of vlogging his visit there, and the people were really accepting of him there, and things were going good. And right as he was trying to leave, he got arrested as a spy and had to do some jail time in Russia, along with tourist time. And he was just there as a tourist vlogging, you know.
And take
So
bye. We're on
so
my YouTube channel, bro.
Yeah, and I have to say that that resonates with me because I have gone to China, and one of my students that was there with me, as we were walking, one of the soldiers tried to just simply grab her and pull her from the group.
No way.
Yeah, and I grabbed her and pulled on her and just pulled her away, and so that we were things were all too dynamic, so the soldier just let it go. But and then the things that I saw in China that we like to say we're better in America. I'm not saying we are better in America, but at least if you're not in Las Vegas, we typically make a pretense that certain things are not right. Underage prostitution, blah blah blah. Right. So, um, yeah, he at the end of it all, it was a very common thing for him to go, for someone to go to Russia and then get jailed as a spy. You know, so how I wanted to close on that is, I think it's still good to see this kind of stuff, context. I mean, if you don't know what authoritarianism is and how it behaves and how it looks and smells, then how do you know when it's happening to you, when it's happening to us? How do you know when when you no longer can differentiate the authoritarianism or the behavior, our authoritarian behavior, as opposed to their authoritarian behavior? You know, and then also you have to be very cognizant of, like, have we ever actually not had authoritarian behavior all along? I mean, I really want to wonder, like, I almost want to say, listen, maybe if you're a white person on the planet, but even white people suffer, in America. But, maybe if you're a certain level of white person in America, um, then you do not experience the brutality of authoritarianism. Um, but authoritarianism, so you have context. There's definitely context. I don't think, you can look at the numbers. How many vloggers are we jailing? Not many. I don't think as many as maybe China is, or have, or Russia.
Yeah.
So, there's context there. And I think it's important to really know that context, not just accept it, but, do your own sort of, small scale investigation by just checking out people's vlogs. They're out there, they're traveling around, they got a camera. That's,
Yeah.
uh,
That's a big deal.
yeah, yeah,
Showing
it's
you the first
huge. It's gonna,
perspective of another time and place, which is kind of huge,
yeah,
especially for those
and
who traveled before. Some people have never even seen the ocean before. My roommate's friend's girlfriend, they went to Hawaii. She had never seen the ocean before.
damn,
From Iowa.
yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Yeah,
It's kind of trippy though. It's being born an island boy. It's
you did not just refer to yourself as an island boy. I'm an island boy. Chad is an island boy. Or yes, he is an
uh,
island boy.
I did refer to myself as an
That's fucked up.
but yeah,
Oh, bro, that's
the
great.
people's vlogs is huge because it's like it's a whole new form of documenting um all
Yeah,
and not documenting it. I mean, given some people, highly edit their things, right? But then there are others who give you just the raw footage
yeah.
of their live footage, perhaps, like us, like we're live. That's one thing I noticed too, a lot is the shift from everybody making formal edited videos and blah 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 to people showing live because people are kind of realizing that live is more real. You learn about the person and the much more realistic.
I would, I would like to think that's true,
I
I'm
would
going to
like.
be optimistic here and
Okay.
say, yeah, I hope that's true. But really, it's the algorithms, right? It's whatever the algorithms are pushing, and the algorithms in our instance are definitely pushing streams,
Hmm.
because I've done some edits and they're masterful. I know how to do video editing. Come on.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I've done some good video edits. They might not be excellent, like super excellent, but they're, in relative to what you're getting on YouTube, they're pretty damn good. My edited videos that I've done. But all of my streams have gotten way more hits than any one of my edited videos.
Mhm.
So it's what the algorithm is choosing, um, you know, what's important for the algorithm, I guess. Because uh, other nomads, it's really weird. I don't know what they push the. I swear that some of these things, they look at your um, technical information. Like, I wonder if I put a video together and edited a video on my video camera, not my phone, but my video camera. I have a nice video camera.
Hmm.
Old, but it's still like a cinema quality
Hmm.
video camera. And I'm wondering if they look at that information and say, oh, and then also see the cuts. They see this is a video that, that there's information, the metadata that they can get very quickly, like, cuts, quality of the sound,
Quality of
you know,
pixel, perhaps, might be a big one.
bit rates,
Yeah.
pixel,
That's
all that
fair.
resolution,
Because
and
you probably want
that could
pixel
very well
quality.
play in.
Yeah, because you probably want a pixel quality that's gonna be most compatible with the largest range of devices.
Voiceover,
Uh,
right? They can detect if the voiceover is being used. They can detect the quality of the editing. Is this just like a simple cuts, or is this real amateurish fades? Do they use the whirling cube for everything? But I wonder if it's not just content alone, um, because my doing those video edits and not getting any traction just makes so no sense. I understand a little traction, but no traction. Whereas all of these streams always get traction. In respect to the edited videos, these,
yeah,
yeah. And so the if anything, the algorithm is playing is saying, no, I want you boys to do a stream for whatever reasons. And
I
then,
wonder.
and now I
So
start
right,
getting
we have an
a
algorithm, right?
conspiracy theorist on it. Like, what did they have
Well,
us
I'm
do?
gonna add to the conspiracy and say that the viewers control the algorithm because it's what the viewers are, what people are viewing is what the algorithm is basing its algorithm on, right? Our
well, there's
we
also
put
another level of this. AI is training. They're training AI viciously right now. And so, what better to train AI than to train it on people's streams, especially these kinds of streams where we're talking back and forth.
dude, AI is so crazy. There's this. Okay, so I'm gonna nerd out for like 30 seconds. There is a real time strategy game called StarCraft 2. It's by Blizzard. Okay, and they when Google DeepMind AI was learning and stuff like that, they made AI profiles in this video game, in this computer game, and it started off going up against easy computers, like real low league players, and you want almost like chess match, right? Chess match kind of deal. And this AI attained the grandmaster level in such a fast rate that it started doing things in the game that not even game developers or any pro gamers thought to have done before, because they didn't know, right? And so this AI started just dominating master, like professional league players that have won, you know, that have it almost like the it was Google AI's DeepMind self AI. It was really interesting to see it grow in a certain manner, and I think they still use the DeepMind AI for a lot of things. But that was like a real big test because StarCraft 2 is a real micro intensive computer game. It's probably one of the most difficult games to play. I would say it's not like a first person shooter where you're just shooting things in the head all the time. It's like you got to have your economy built, you got to have your production built, and then you need to have your army placement, and then you have to defend, attack, defend, respond, react, or act, right? Or act, and then just depend, because it's all fog of war on the entire map. So, but the Google DeepMind AI learned all this at a super fast rate, and then just start dominating, dude. It's kind of crazy. It's really kind of crazy.
Yeah. Um, it's kind of weird how
Because it's learning war tactics.
passe everything
It
is
is,
now. Like,
dude. It's a game
because
based off
like
of war tactics. It's crazy.
we were talking about autonomous AI computer. You and I were about that a lot, probably a few months back.
Mhm.
Now it's just common, man. There's so many videos,
Yeah,
and of course,
AI generated chant
and the dangers, right? They don't want
and
they now
yeah,
want you your own
yeah. There's so
AI.
much AI generated chant too that's
So,
just yeah. There are AI developed YouTube channels that make money. They're developed by someone who developed an AI to develop an AI to develop an AI YouTube channel. It's like
yeah, it's yeah,
so stupid.
intelligence of an American literally is eighth grade, right? It's our smart eighth grade. That's our reading.
That's crazy.
Um, they let us vote. You're letting an 8th grader vote, and you're going to tell me that voting works when you let a bunch of 8th. Even if it worked, it wouldn't work if you let a bunch of 8th graders do it. The hell were we talking about though?
8th graders voting. Goodness.
Oh, taking over. Oh yeah.
Taking over. Yeah, the
All
crazy.
you needed was Channel 3 and playing Gilligan's Island, and that's all it took was Channel 3 and Gilligan's Island in the 70s. I don't know how hard of a job it's going to be for AI to take over. My God, as if that's something new.
I don't think it will be, dude.
You know,
The crazy thing about that
what?
stuff to Google DeepMind AI is that it's a game literally based off of developing war tech to completely disassemble your opponent's economy, production, and destroy its buildings or all of it to make your opponent submit. It's a it's a war tactic game, and it learned it really really fast. So if you just apply that in other ways, it's Skynet. It becomes Skynet with mapping technology, with no fog of war, all cheat codes unlocked, and then AI dominates the world. Yeah. That's how I.
Okay, Jennifer R. Moore says, yeah, yes, but depth needs a ladder for conveyance to separate path and way. And then Sophie says, hello. All
Hello.
right. And hello, welcome, Jennifer and Sophie, if you're still here.
I don't know what time that comment was, but my short-term memory does not have the memory to. Is there a time on the comments even? That would be interesting if there was a time on the comments to be like, oh, we missed that 30 minutes ago. What were we talking about?
Oh, you can actually see how long ago that was. Yeah,
No,
we probably they probably.
I would like to, but I don't think they have that function.
Oh, yeah,
Mm.
I don't think so either. Channel activity. I don't know. Let me see. It says channel activity, and no, it doesn't. It's interesting that you can see some stuff. All right, man. Well, I think we've done our job. I have to say, duh. I didn't mean to do this at 9:30. Yeah. Hey,
Oh, it's
hey,
busy at the
Fizz.
very end.
Fizz is in the house. All right, I'll see you later, Fizz.
Yeah, Fizz is here to say hi and bye. She'll probably leave before we do, and we're at the end.
I know. I'm like, damn. We just got hit by the Fizz. Yeah, but yeah, I didn't mean to do this at 9:30, but it was just a little brain fart, a little brain glitch, and I put us in the same time frame as our Dirty Dojo. I
Nah,
wanted to say, by the way, we looked fabulous in our latest Dirty Dojo stream. We're wearing the authentic Itmon style, Sifuzi style white shirt with the black pants. Oh man, let me tell you. All right, I'll tell you later. But yeah, um, Kim, Charlie,
Hey,
been
Kim.
following. Good job, Charlie, and I are Ab Triple Atmo River. Season's greetings. Yes, season's greetings
brother.
to you, and also Cheryl. If you see her, say Tara said hi. And Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. There we go. Okay. He's like, damn. Charles like, I was just licking my balls. Hey Z, you're only 156 minutes late. Only 156 minutes late. Yeah, I didn't mean to do this at 9:30 in the morning California time. No, I did not. I meant to do this at about 2 or 2:30. So luckily you did mashing success.
Oh,
Oh, did I come back?
you're back.
Am
You're
I
back.
back? Yeah. Um, yeah. So it worked out. It worked out. Just like I said, sometimes if you're a bad judge of character, then you just need to make a lot of judgments before some of them work out, right? So even people that are bad judges of character, sometimes you're gonna make the right decision, right? Uh, I Trump speech. How did I do that? How did I do that, man? I definitely got to keep up to snuff on things. Because see, what I love about now is before there was no politics, no religion, right? Um, and only 3 complaints. Well, guess what, bitches? Trump is in office now. We're not under the same authoritarian rule now. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You don't talk politics and religion when you're under strict authoritarian rule, right? And under our empress Kamala or Cammy girl. I like to call her Cammy girl, right?
Can't
Under
hear.
our empress Cammy girl, yeah. Um, man, you gotta watch your mouth. You gotta watch your mouth. But now we got Trump in. He is a loose cannon, and so are his disciples, right? And so are the friends of his disciples, and so is the
Elon
friends of his friends of
there.
his disciples. So we're all just loose cannons, right? I heard, comedian, I forget who it was, Shane Gillis. It was so funny. Shane Gillis is like, I didn't vote for Trump, and that was really hard because his whole campaign was geared towards me. He's like, "Are you fat?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you stupid?" Yeah. Like, it's like a whole campaign geared to just fat and stupid people. That's awesome. So yeah, right. Now the king is in office, so we can fire all we want now. Whoever is in office. See, it was just no fun. You got to admit, man, shooting at Sleepy Joe. It was boring. That's boring.
It felt like
The
nothing was
problem
happening.
is, I used to like the Daily Show and shows like that, but they became so Trump, like they would move on. I'm like, what are you guys, Trump's campaign managers or something? Just do 1 or 2 Trump jokes and then move on to
Yeah.
And now they're all back because Trump's president. Now I'm like, anyway, I know. All I gotta say about all of that now is, listen, Trump being in office is perfect for me because when people say, "Do you answer?" I come up with a new answer every season, every Christmas season, a new the season, the reason for the season. Right?
Uh,
Uh, no, do you believe in God? No, Trump is in office. Maybe it's my delivery.
gotta work on it.
I just say that because if anybody is going straight to hell, it is going to be our emperor, Trump. He's going straight to hell. You can say he took one for all of us, but we're all going to hell too. So, but he's going to be head of the parade. He's going to be holding our victory parade straight to hell. He started, and the reason he owes me $50 is because I did an event at a church in New York City, a church that was converted into a nightclub. So I'm going to hell as well.
Ooh.
But there is no getting around going, oh, I converted a church, a Christian church, into a nightclub. And they're going to say, oh, yeah, there's no proof. No, it was him and his cronies. They were all involved. The nightclubs that you see Trump in and back in the day were Limelight in Miami, and they opened another Limelight in New York, converted a church into a Limelight. You go to hell for that. Now, I might have had a jump on because I did a punk rock show with my band in Philadelphia in a place called Revival, and Revival was a church. And we did Bad Brains played there. Butthole Surfers played there, and so we played there. Killing Joke played there. Great place to play. A church is a great place to play, but you're going to hell. There's no like, oh, I raped that young gal back in the day, but I'm so sorry. Okay, you can probably still get into hell, you know. Oh, I killed this person and that person, but I'm so sorry. Okay, you can probably still go to heaven, right? I'm sorry about the rape. I'm sorry about all that stuff. And yeah. But you do not ever you don't get pardoned for turning God's house into a nightclub. No, it ain't happening. Uh, Jay Hodge says churches are just buildings. The Holy Spirit lives in the believers themselves. Anyone who trusts in the Savior will never enter hell. Damn, I'm gonna take a bong load to that. Just let that sink in, huh? Huh? I bet you Jay Hodge is a Christian American. Let the words sink in, citizens. Churches are just buildings. Hold on. Hold on now. So we can go ahead and turn churches into whorehouses. It's okay. That's okay. Is that what you're telling me, Jay? I mean, I'll smoke I'll play a little bongo to it. The concept, the idea, even though I'm going straight to hell, I still have some morals. This morality still exists within me that you don't turn places of worship into nightclubs. What are we going to do? Turn mosques? Oh, Muslims ain't going to like that. You bet. I hope you're behind a firewall, whoever you are, because the Muslims ain't gonna take for that. They're gonna go, oh, really? You're gonna start burning our Muslims down, turn them into discos, huh? Huh? Turn them into roller rinks? What are you gonna do? Turn gas stations into bars? Where you gonna like be able to go buy alcohol at gas stations? Is that something you're gonna? Is that your idea of heaven? Huh?
Oh, wait, you
Huh?
already
Talk
can.
to me.
That's
Yeah. What do
right.
you? I bet you're the kind of person that thinks you should be able to buy a 6-pack at a gas station and drive away with it. Oh, I ain't been drinking much. Of course I ain't drinking and driving. I wouldn't think of spilling my drink. Don't drink and drive. You spill your drink.
In Missouri, your passenger can drink while you drive.
Getting drunk is forbidden. Once again, I want everyone out there to listen to Jay words. Jihaj. Jihaj. Oh, I get it. It's a play. Jihaj. Jihaj. I love that. I love that. Oh my God. Even though you don't have an icon picture, which makes you a pathetic loser, but still, jihad. That's good. Jihad. Getting drunk is forbidden. Should I say it that way? How should I say that? Getting
What
drunk is
about
forbidden. No,
getting
that's Indian. Um, Getting drunk is forbidden. Getting drunk is forbidden. How about getting drunk is forbidden? How about getting drunk is kapu? Let me see. So what's up, white boy from Appalachia? What's up?
white boy?
You didn't recognize me? You don't recognize me? Mm. Yeah, I am an Appalachian native, so I think that's why we get along so good. You being a white, uh, is that what? A white jihadist in Appalachia? So no, it's Appalachia, Appalachia, Appalachia. Yeah, Appalachia. Yeah. The one thing about the people, especially the mountain people of Appalachia, is they're all wealthy. All the people in Appalachia have lots and lots of money. Um, yeah, it's one thing about the people of Appalachia. One of my favorite thing about us Appalachia folk is that boot dance we do. I don't got the, I, but we do that boot dance. We, we do that boot dance. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. That's one of my favorite things about our people of Appalachia. I hiked a good portion of the Appalachia Trail. Yes, it's flat footing. Thank you, thank you. I was just checking you. All right. Kim says not to interrupt, but maybe it's my OCD or just the angle. But Chad, can you fix that crooked painting on the wall?
You know, I'll tell you there, Kim, I've tried. And I have tried. And whoever installed that did not do it properly. And it makes the house came from. So
I think we're deep enough into this pool that I can say to any of you folks out there, if you haven't done so already, subscribe. Yeah, just subscribe. Just do it. I need 1,000 people so I can do the special thing. Maybe you have to have 1,000 to do stereo. I don't know, but we'll do the stereo even
there's so
without the 1,000.
limits, man. We're halfway to 500.
Yeah, we're halfway.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, man. Subscribe for us down there.
Yeah, help us get to 500 by the
Yeah,
end of the year.
it'll hurt us more than it will hurt you, so don't worry about it. But yeah, if we get up to 1,000, then my God, imagine the things we can do. We could actually walk around and brag, like if you pulled over somebody and say, "Hey, what do you do?" And you go, "I got 1,000 subscribers, bitch."
Yeah, what you
What?
gonna do?
What?
Fuck. Come on.
Man, receive eternal life. I can tell you how a man can receive eternal life. I absolutely can. Except it's going to take, well, you're going to have to do your work. You're going to have to watch that movie, Deliverance. Bang ding 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 ding. All right, you got to watch Deliverance, and then you have to be able to repeat lines from the movie, lines such as "Squeal like a pig for me, wee wee." Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure that is the way a man can receive eternal life. I'm pretty sure there's a movie. That's what Deliverance is all about. Yeah, Deliverance. You should know that, being a Southern boy. You must be from North Carolina. They say the only thing come out of North Carolina are sissies and more sissies, just sissies, nothing but sissies. Helga Sexist Harvest Montero. Welcome to those who parachute and don't forget to leave uh, multicolored thumbs up and subscribe to the Christmas channel, the channel Helder. Well, thank you, Helder. Boy, I couldn't have said it, and well, I could have said it better, but you said it sufficiently. Welcome to those who parachute and don't forget. Are you a parachutist? I always wanted to parachute. Have you ever done that? Done a parachute thing? Chat.
No, I haven't. I thought it'd be pretty cool though.
Hey, Kim, have you done parachute? And I know you was in the military, right? I think Kim was a veteran. Sometimes they throw those guys out of the airplanes and stuff.
There was a dude I worked with when I lifeguarded in Hawaii for the city and county who was a parajumper, and he had some pretty cool stories about his parachuting. It sounded badass.
Helder, he's from Brazil. Say hi from Brazil. Aloha from Brazil, and Merry Christmas. God bless you all from Brazil.
Drafted, and then you get drafted, and then you get drafted.
Never have, not that, almost drafted. Oh, okay. It's funny. Just maybe it's because you're my elder, but whenever you're not looking, I've always just. As soon as you turn to look to me, I'm like, oh. It's just instinctual. Yeah. Maybe it has to do with treats. Could be treats. A Navy commander. Oh, okay. Now it makes sense now. No, yeah, my whole family was in the military. Um, Chad, I bet your generation, you probably have, maybe your dad wasn't in the military, right? Your parents weren't in the military.
My dad did 4 years in the Air Force.
Oh, okay. My
Yeah.
bad.
And then
I don't think any of us escape that. Yeah, I think we'd have to go, go another, like we all have to go and have kids for them to then say, yeah, my parents weren't military.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's that generational
And
thing.
we have to stop having so many damn wars too, So
Yeah, Grandpa was in the military after the bombing of Hiroshima.
oh damn.
Yeah, I think I've told that story before though.
Samantha Black doesn't have a profile icon, and therefore is a huge loser and whatnot. But Samantha Black says, "I gay." I gay. That's an interesting. Yeah. Do you see I'm busy? Yeah, I'm busy right now. Right here. I'm busy right now. I'm busy. Okay. No, sir. No, I'm busy, man. You busy now? I'm busy. All right. Hey, you got a pipe you want to smoke? You want to smoke some bud? No? All right, man. All right, man. I'm gonna go down the road. Hit your bike.
Just beat it. Oh, beat it. Oh, it's up to you. Beat it.
It's fucked up. They release these guys out of jail with nothing but a fucking plastic bag,
Dude,
Like,
that's
dude. Yeah, the jail's just right down there. Um, and they want to get back in. They ain't got no place to go. So right out the gate, they're just like trying to start trouble. You know.
yeah.
So
What are they gonna do? Like, go find a job when they were already getting fed meals a day with workout
right. Yeah. Exactly.
and
Yeah. So yeah, I was going. Uh, I, I was stumbling there because I wanted to have the video on a tripod so I'd be able to have my hands available.
right.
Like, and I'm not focusing on him as much as I should be because I'm trying to like, oh, okay, where's the tripod? Where's the tripod?
Hmm.
Yeah, just in case that's content, man. Like I said, I'll make fun of anybody and I'll fucking beat anybody. If it's good content, I'll do it.
Wait, you bet. Hey, wait, hold on. Let me get my tripod so I can beat your ass.
Yeah, hold on.
So
Hold on. When you need a tripod for this. When you
I'm-
try anybody here know how to use a camera? Yeah. Anyway, I get a lot of that though. It doesn't always end as that nicely. And I'm always not that nice because I'm in the middle of
yeah, man.
it.
Busy.
But no, there's a thing. There's a sort of this area has a huge like white Aryan dickweed kind of population. Yeah, a lot of Northern California and all kinds of parts of America. Yeah, a lot usually the backwood sections of all of America have that whole Aryan thing, and then they wind up in jail, and then and then when they come out of jail, yeah. So it's an interesting thing because I've made you know the, the the regulars here, the Aryan Brotherhood guys around here. They know who I am, and everything's cool, and we laugh and we cry together. But it's the new guys that come in that don't know what's up, and so every time they let a new guy out, it's you got to be ready for whatever, which is nice. It's as a martial artist, I can really appreciate it. I guess that's the only way to say it. Because it really internally makes me, I could go somewhere else, of course, but in general, that I think I'm more of an asset for law enforcement out here. I know law enforcement well. I know them like private citizens. We talk story, and they talk about their breakups and their personal lives and stuff. So I'm pretty good friends, with law enforcement here. So only other you got to worry about are just that other element that I was talking about. And like I said, we're cool with each other out here. I can speak their language. They're like, oh.
Yeah.
But then some of these guys come out of the gate hard and heavy.
Fresh meat.
Homer Simpson says, remember, love John Lennon. Ew. On all kinds of levels. Oh no. I love the Beatles. John Lennon was cool. I think he probably wrote the better songs. Maybe. I don't know. They were both talented and whatnot. But I mean, John Lennon was asking for it, man, with all that crazy punk rock stuff he was writing, You transition to Helter Skelter. Wow.
What was that?
And
Who wrote the song? I'm sick of hearing or I'm sick of reading things about. What was the song? The song was called like "All I Want Is the Truth" or something, or "Give Me Some Truth." All I want is the truth. Just give me some truth. I'm sick of reading things, hearing things about pig-headed politicians. All I want is the truth. All I want is the truth, or something. Can't remember the exact lyrics of that song anymore. Yeah.
Is that a punk rock song?
It kind of sounded like it could be. Yeah, it definitely sounded like it could be. Like, yeah.
Jahaj says you're going to hell. Doesn't that concern you?
Doesn't that concern you?
Does it concern you? Does it concern you? That's the big question. Does it concern you that I'm going to hell, right? And Young King says, can I say some? And then further says, something. Klaus Meyer.
Oh,
says,
auf Deutschland. That's what I was.
Happy Christmas and greetings from Germany. From Bavaria. Yes. I stopped drinking, but last time I visited Germany, they were doing their little Oktoberfest or whatever. And so, of course, I had to drink. The German beer is actually a little less in alcohol, not more. That's interesting. So that makes sense. So you can drink more, less alcohol content. So, yeah. I'm very concerned that you believe you're going to hell. Yes. Oh, I don't believe I'm going to hell. I was referencing the good Bible. Yes.
Or is that
I was referencing the good Bible. Yeah.
Oktoberfest.
Go where your friends are, right? Yeah. Hot time in the city. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Go where your friends are. I get it. See,
Yeah.
it took me a second. Right? He says you're going to hell, and then Kim says you got to go where your friends are. That was a good one. Right. So Klaus Meyer, he says, hey, no from Saxony, but all Germany have alcoholic problem. I know, Klaus. Klaus, you are so right. They're all alcoholics. Yeah. Yeah, I'm mostly German. I'm 99.97624. Yeah, I'm all German. Yeah. I still goose step.
I'm partially German.
Yeah. You might, if you are part German, you might be able to join our German Polynesian society, because we have a German Polynesian or German Asian, Germasian. It's a Germasian society.
Yeah.
So if you like,
I
Klaus Meyer, depending
yeah.
on the sort of mutt, the sort of pedigree that you are, then you may be able to join our Germasian society. Oh, hold on. He says he's Pojonese?
Polynese.
Polynese?
Are you Polish and Japanese?
Polish? Whoa. Oh, I almost fell on myself. Okay, everybody listen up. The no icon jihad says, yeah, the no icon, and we all know that people without icon pictures are losers. So that includes you too, Klaus. But Jay here, the loser Jay with no icon image says, and listen up, Jesus says hell is a place where there is weeping and gnashing of the teeth, and the fire is never quenched. This is the place I want to go. What? A
Dude.
place where there is weeping and gnashing of the teeth,
No,
and the fire is never quenched? Why would you want to go to a place? I've been to a place like that. It's called Lone Pine, and the water is so devoid of minerals and whatnot that no matter how much water you drink, you still feel thirsty. You don't want to go where you're never quenched. You might want to rephrase that. Paul Brady, you are so popular. 5 viewers. Yes, Paul Brady. Can you say ball sack? Jihad. At Young King, God will take you home. Trust in the Savior, and you will find peace. I just did. I imagined myself suckling the nipple of my
Wait,
Savior.
has Jesus been to hell if he knows how to describe it?
My Savior is a goddess, and I suckle upon the nipple of my goddess Savior.
This seat area.
You will take home trust in Savior, and you will find peace. You're right, man, because especially in the South or but anywhere in America, if you want a piece of ass, you go to church. That's where you find peace of ass. Absolutely. You got a point there, bro.
And she'll believe that you came here for her and that God set it all up.
Oh yeah.
And what's scary about that? Yeah.
Schnauz. What does schnauz mean? I don't know what schnauz means. But all right, Jesus, the maker of hell. So anyway, I really enjoy these biblical references. Not, if you're going to reference the Bible, why don't you reference the pro-human shit? Like be nice to one another, or don't let people suffer out in the street, or why don't you reference the "Thou shalt not have slaves"? Oh, I'm sorry, the Bible doesn't say that. Oops. Yeah, why don't you reference Geez, there's so many things you could reference, guys, if you're going to reference the fucking Bible.
No,
But
no,
you don't.
but the thing that has to be referenced is what is most horrible and what's most horribly unknown, right?
Yeah.
Because it has to be in sync with the game of God of the Gaps. It must be.
Well, not to drive a dead horse into the ground, but let's drive a dead horse into the ground.
Let's drive that.
I already lost a friend of 30 years over this, so
Wait.
maybe I can lose some viewers and popularity here on YouTube as well.
Nice.
There are at least 5 books in the Old Testament that forbid one from loaning and then collecting interest on a loan, both in the Quran, in the Bible, and in the Jew book, the Muslim book, and the Christian book. They all say the same thing, right? And of course, there's one passage where if they're a foreigner, you can collect interest. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the 5 books now that say no collecting interest. And not only no collecting interest, if you do, your blood shall be upon you, meaning you should be put to death. So to call yourself a Christian and that you're going to heaven, you go, oh, that's the Old Testament. That's always the big loophole, right? No, the problem is the book of Luke also says the same thing regarding essentially giving loans without expecting anything in return. So Luke actually goes deeper into the ball sack there, boys. Right? I mean, think about it. It's only one book, but goes deep. Like, yeah, give and don't expect anything back, bitch. Luke, damn. Heavy hand, cool hand, Luke. Heavy hand, Luke. Damn, Luke. Book of Luke, you boys ain't reading. You boys ain't quoting the right folk, right? No, you'd rather go, oh, well, if I have sex with my dad, then it's no good. And I always go say, nah, that's the Old Testament. Don't ignore that. Go ahead and ask. It's a good thing I'm not collecting interest on anything. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Jay, man stealing and selling into slavery is condemned by death according to the law of Moses. Uh, uh, you let me know where that says that, because I don't think, if that's so, then what happened? Because later on, there's that. You want to give me more phrases, because I can, for every phrase you give me, I can give you 5 biblical phrases on how you should treat your slaves. So, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Give me more. Give me more. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I've learned that when somebody cherry picks, a lot of times they think that they try to accuse you of doing the same thing, right? Yeah, you're going to have to give me more than just Moses. And I don't recall that coming from Moses. Yeah. Maybe that came from, because Moses was carrying 3 tablets and they're heavy and he dropped one of them. And so he's like, I bring to you these 3 tablets. And then it's like, oh, okay, these 2 tablets. I stole that from Monty Python, actually. A little skit from Monty Python. Originally, there was a whole nother tablet, but it fell. And I bet you it's true. Even though it's funny, I bet you it's true. You know why? Because I bet you on that last tablet, it says that the very last one, the very last commandment is ignore all those commandments prior. The last commandment, yeah, it was to ignore all the commandments. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, and I also like to refer to the over, I believe, 2,000 references to how you should treat people less fortunate than you. Mostly now in the New Testament, right? So, man, I don't mind Christians quoting the Bible, but for fuck's sakes, quote some good shit, man. There's some good shit in the Bible. I've read it a few times, you know. I was made to read it by if I was raised as an altar boy. I was raised religiously. I was beaten if I didn't read my religious text. Do you hear me? I was beaten, and I was made to say, "Do it again, Daddy. Do it again, Daddy," and beaten more, and then and made to say, "Ooh, ooh, you're so tick, so oh no," and beaten some more. Sorry. Sharing too much. Sharing too much. Um, yeah. You know, but all, no kidding aside, um, there is good to be found in all, you know, in everything. Yeah, even a pile of shit you got to appreciate. There's good to be found in everything. So you bet your ass do I take the good things from the Christian religion and embrace them and make them my own. Hallelujah. Praise be. Yeah, I do. But that other shit, I flush down the toilet, right? And then I go to Buddhism. And I do the same with Buddhism and Taoism, and I do so the same with Satanism. Yeah, and I do so with it. Did I say Satanism? And Muslim. I'm thinking of becoming a Muslim. I don't know much about Muslims, but I'm down with 32 virgins. I know some are disgusted by that. I'm not. And to be honest, we're in heaven now. I'm just a Holy Spirit, so to speak. I don't want to think of my other Holy Spirit as a little queer. You know what I'm saying. So you're making a God according to your desires. Not I. Yes, I. Goddess.
Oh,
Yes, I
the
am.
irony is insane.
Yes. That's why I'm an American.
Oh my
I'm
god.
an American because I can create and worship a God of my desires, and it is a goddess. It's a woman. She's a beautiful woman. She looks a lot like the St. Pauli girl. She's also an all-star player for the Bikini Women's Football League. All-star. The god of, or god, well, I'm going to say god of my making is a woman, a beautiful St. Pauli football playing in a g-string woman, has never had sex but is considering, you know, anyway, I ain't gonna go there, but yeah, she's never had sex. She teaches kindergartners during the day, and then she plays um yeah, Christian
Oh my
G
god.
string football. Uh, yeah. Anyway, so anyway, I don't know. You know, that's the thing. This is probably an algorithm that's prompting us to reveal this to the AIs that are learning. And I say, if the AIs are going to learn from us, let's give them our best. In other words, let's be so human abstract that when they come back at us, they go, "Oh yeah, that's AI." See, as humans, we can outsmart the AI with a simple wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more. Say no more. Yeah, that's the one thing we got over the AI. The AI can't do that. Yeah. So remember, say no more.
Say no.
Root Loop. What the hell are you talking about? Weed legal. We're in America. Everything's legal. If you have the money, it's like anywhere else. You can do whatever you want here in America. Except the one thing that you can't do is disrespect the flag and our Christian values. That's one thing you cannot do here in the country of America.
Because if
Okay?
you do, by golly, we
We're
got 473 nukes and we got more than anybody else. Yeah.
well, we'll turn your church into a nightclub, is what we'll do. Yeah, man. So I don't know. It's goofy. It would be really funny at this point. Trump as emperor now is different than when he was emperor the first time. All right.
Mm.
Trump as emperor now is really interesting. None of this has ever been a good indicator. Like, since I've been alive, nobody has been, oh, yeah, there's the person that represents me and my values. Not a
Right.
single one. Not a
Yeah.
single fucking one. So I've never been interested in any of them. They're all pieces of shit. Right. But I always felt at least it was the puppet show, where the puppet show is at least representative of something. So, and as far as puppet shows go, it might all of a sudden, like, certain types of talk have uh, you know, Trump with the red button. I think everybody's like, oh fuck, okay, hold on, regroup. Shit, are you kidding me? We were just like godding the cami girl. We're just gonna, like, wait till she was drunk and then goad her into pushing a fucking button or not push her or whatever they want to do, right? But with Trump, it's like, oh no, no, no. Okay, we gotta regroup. We gotta regroup. Damn, Norm Macdonald, superhero of comedy. I never liked Norm Macdonald back when he was Saturday Night Live, but when he had his own podcast, I was like, oh damn, this guy's OG. He's a gangster. I like him. He
Mm.
went off the cuff. I like him. Long live Norm. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how um, you know Christianity, the reason why Christianity has been so successful, I think, was said from this guy that I watched. I think he said it well. He says Christianity is successful as any other religion will be successful as long as they're not fundamental. If they're not fundamentalist religions, then they do well in society. It's when you turn into a fundamentalist religion is that things start fucking up. All right. So I think we can all agree with that, man. Fundamentalism of any kind, even fundamental science,
Yeah.
is annoying to a certain point. You
Fundamental
have
is
to
a soft
dream,
word
and yet,
for it. And I think what they would say would be like a radical scientist or they like to use uh, the nasty sounding words nowadays to make things sound worse. A radical religious sect or a radical protest or a radical, yeah, when things get radical or things get fundamental, they become bad.
then you're just going into authoritarianism and all that stuff.
Yeah, that was the word that was meant. Authoritarian.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I will just say that, as an American, as a someone that's been raised a Christian, I could say that the philosophies behind what most people quote as Christian are despicable and pitiful and pathetic, right? Such as, I am the way and the truth and the life. None can come to the Father but by me. You piece of shit. Shut the fuck up. That is about as authoritarian nonsense piece of shit as you can put the English words together. So yeah. Someone that was I've been asked, so would you consider yourself not a Christian? And in reference to who? Because in reference to most people that call themselves Christian, hell, I'm Mondo Christian. I'm way more Christian than any Christians I've met thus far. But, big theonomy and Christian nationalism. Oh boy, so you are a douchebag. Okay, wonderful. So anyway, no, I'm calling you a piece of shit. All right, I just want to make that sure. Um, I actually, I'm down with Jesus, man. I love the fact that my favorite sayings from Jesus are turning over the money tables, his stance against capitalism and whatnot, and the whole money thing. Yeah, I love Christ for that. I love Christ for a lot of the Christ philosophy, but none of the nonsense and bullshit that like I said, most people quote. I don't know why they don't. If you cherry picked properly and stuck with that. And I know there's a lot of religions, a lot of Christians out there that do cherry pick properly and put things in the context of nowadays and all. I know they're out there, so I'm not dissing on you guys. I'm just dissing on any of you fundamentalists, dickweeds, and trolls out there. So yeah. Now it's time for you to put your little toys down and go to bed and kiss mommy and daddy good night, and be sure to give daddy his usual reach around. Sorry about that. I wonder, should I at some point just go into comedy? Because failed musicians do tend to make decent comedians. Or am I not failed enough as a musician?
I don't know if I could tell a difference in yeah, I don't know. I think you could do comedy. Maybe maybe you could incorporate music and comedy. You could be a comedic musician.
A comedic musician. There's there's a lot of those out there. There's they're usually on piano. What the hell is that?
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah,
they usually like to do like political comedy, but
do do like Jack Black's his works, some of his works.
I'm not a fan of Jack Black, and not even a little bit. So I
Okay,
wouldn't,
okay.
my ears and eyes glaze over when I see him for some reason. He's just doesn't do it. A sit down comedy, a sit down, a sitcom comedy, a sit down comedy, or you mean like a stand up comedian kind of a thing? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, man. Maybe I could like come out of being a homeless crackhead, and that just plays music and does crack all day, and instead like go be a comedian and make big money.
Dude.
That's what I'm saying. But anyway, um, uh, listen. anytime the word, I'm going to read some of the comments here. Anytime I see the word that's in reference to a he or a man, I'm going to just say ball sack. So let me just go ahead and translate this. For God so loved the world that ball sack gave his only begotten ball sack, that whoever shall believe in ball sack will not perish, but inherit eternal life. Signed for the love of ball sack, ball sack, ball sack. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're joke while jokes while improvising one-liners. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm like the songs. I can't play songs anymore because I can't say. It'd be like see, I can't even think of a song to forget. Oh my god. Um, I seen the needle and the. Hold on. I seen the needle and. Is that D? No, no. I think it's C. C. I seen the needle and the. No, is it seen the needle? Is it C? No, it's I've been the. I've been this. It's C? No. G. It's G. G. No, I've seen the middle. What am I saying? I've seen the needle and the. No. Yeah. Okay. So, jokes while improvising one-liners. So what I'm saying is I wouldn't be able to be very good at telling jokes because I can't even remember songs anymore. So it would have to be all improvising, and I would have to just I would have to be like a Don Rickles, like, oh, what do we have here? A Jew, and we got a womp, and we got a spick here, and we got it would have to be Lenny Bruce style, um, Jay says. Jay says, what does it say here? Jay says,
Ball sack.
what is Jesus said backwards? Dot 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 sausage. That is disgusting, Jay. I can't believe you said that. Jesus said backwards is sausage. You're going to hell, bro. Okay, you're going to hell, Jay. Sorry. John 3:16. Um, strangely enough, no Elton John song is less than 3 minutes and 16 seconds long. Just a little satanic factoid there for you, JT. Oh God. So let me see.
On time to dance.
No, his finger. This is D. This is D. This is D. Don't ever, ever mistake my D for an A. This is an A. Yeah. G is this. If you've been in enough bands, you can look at the back of the guitar player's hands and know exactly what chord he's playing. You know where it's at on the neck because there it is, and then you see the hand. There only one chord looks like that. Yeah, yeah. Or how about this one? Hold on. Yeah, only one chord looks like that. Yeah, only one. Or how about that? Oh, hold on. Yeah, right. So, yes. Crack. Your mama's crack. Your mama's crack. You caught me on
You
only
got her
one cup of
sad.
coffee, dickweed. I got to go get another cup of coffee because I start getting vicious.
I need to make a cup of coffee too, dude. I was in the middle of finishing up my course assignment. Well, I mean, I just have a couple more things to do. It's not that hard to do, but yeah.
Well, again, congratulations on your stellar grade and on your scholastic successes there. That's how I'll put that. Your scholastic success.
Yes.
Like I said, you I wouldn't expect anything less of you. So
God
so
damn, this is
you'll always have that stress on you. Like, I can't fail. I can't fail. No one would ever can even imagine me failing. See,
Yeah.
but yeah, bro, that's great, man. And I say that knowing, of course, the deeper story. Being a nomad, transitioning from a nomad, having roommates, having to deal with all of the technical, financial challenges. All of that stuff, and then maintaining pursuit of your own interests and hobbies and stuff. That's all. Anybody that can do that is obviously a Wing Chun man, obviously.
Yeah.
So obviously,
The three, what was it? The triangulation that makes you must be maintained.
yeah, that structure, man. That I think there is a way to just divide yourself into one half of a helix, right, or one part of a waveform, right? Yes, you can do that and then wait for the second half of that waveform to come along. Or you can live the life of a complete waveform, of a complete helix, right? Both the left and right helix, RIMI.
Yeah.
You know, uh, yes, aloha, Kim and Charlie. Be positive as always, man. It's always in good fun, man. Uh, my number one rule of Wing Chun guys know it, that appreciate all things, man. Appreciate all things. So I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you do, what you don't do. As long as you have that about your nature, you can appreciate, you really appreciate all things in one shape way. And usually the way of doing that is through comedy. You got to admit, through humor, right? Through release of those tensions,
Yeah.
and not being able to make fun. Uh, of course, in context, we all know we love each other here. Nobody's really trying to hurt each other here. We're pretty harsh to the trolls, but that's what they come here for. They come to see how harsh. Yeah, they're like children that want to play with the fire. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, well, oh, right. You want to play with the fire? I get it. It's okay. I'm not one of those controlling parents. You go ahead and stick your hand in the fire. You see how that goes, right? Uh, but yes, positivity. That's all we got. You could say you should be balanced, have positive and the negative. I say be more positive than negative, because we're only going to exist a little bit, and then negative is forever. Negative is forever. That's a T-shirt, man. Uh, Paul Brady says, "This is the most boring 5 minutes of my life, but I was able to masturbate within that amount of time to both of these gorgeous gentlemen." We get the gay ones, don't we?
We do.
We do get the gay ones, but good
Yeah.
on you. I mean, if you could bust a nut to us in 5 minutes, you've done good on you, mate. Good on you,
Man,
mate.
commended.
Yeah.
Good for you. We're happy for you, Paul.
15
Truly.
inches of rain coming next week. That's what she said. No, I just had
15
to say that.
rain, boy, is that moist.
Yeah. That's why I don't live on the coast and up north. Otherwise, I would, because I love it there. It's
Yeah,
my
I'm
best, some of
over.
my best friends, and some of the best weather during the summer is there. But oh my God, the moisture, the wetness. I would immediately start when one season of living there, and I would grow barnacles that you could then harvest. It's rough there for me for some reason. I'm more of a desert kind of a guy, for a desert mountain desert kind of
Just
guy.
more energy up there to obtain.
But I do. I always every season I hope to go there. I don't know if I'll be going there next season. I hope so. But I always hope to go there. That's the best place to be when California is going through its heat wave. Martian Coders, who has a very nice icon profile. Looks like a custom graphic. Goodness gracious. And asks, are you high on crack? Yes, your mother's crack. Okay. With that, we're out of here. We're out of
All
here.
right.
Everyone, thank you for joining us. And thank you for providing as much entertainment as I hope I've been able to offer. I of course, want to thank my guest host that I couldn't do this without. Chad Ventures. If you haven't gone over to Chad Ventures channel, go to Chad's channel, go sub to his channel. It rocks. It's actually quite intellectual. He is a geoscientist, so he has a whole channel about geoscience. So if you want to like pretend, I know you ain't smart, you landed here and you stayed here, I know you're stupid as can be. So if you want to feel like you're smart, go on over to Chad Ventures, subscribe, hit the notification bell because you're too stupid to remember to, okay. Anyway, and then of course, I know you're not so stupid that you haven't already subscribed to me here, this channel, right? Duh. So in case you forgot, just go ahead and do that. And yeah, this is brought to you by sifuz.com. That's SIFUZ, the number 8.com. See, no, rewind, cut.
S. Can I do that? Can I do that? S.
This is I'm going to go in that order though. This actually has been brought to you by my other channel. That's sifuz.com. Just go sifuz.com. That's the place to go to learn a sustainable method of fitness and a practical method of self-defense. You can go there. I'm even going to start a class on how to do kung fu against trolls. Yeah, that's my next class. It's coming up. So, as brought to you by sifuz.com. And this is also brought to you by Zeigler8.com. That's Zeigler, the number 8.com. Zeigler8.com is the hub for all things Z. That's me. That's where you can go to listen to my music. You can go there to say what we got: skateboarding, we got music, we got art, we got all kinds of awesome stuff. Yeah, so go ahead and get out of your heads. Stop thinking about war and diseased vagina and all and having gay Christian sex. Stop. All right. There's other things. Involve yourself in the arts. Yes, you've come to the right place. This is the good chump cute for that, right? This is the good bridge for that. Yeah, you've come from ignorance. We bring you into a world of scientific illiteracy and fine art and culture. Yeah. Welcome. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next week. We'll do it at 2:00. It's almost 2:00, so we're early. That's all. We're just early. Yeah, we're really early. Next week we'll do it at 2:00, unless everyone says no. We love it when you do it at 9:30 in the morning. And then okay, yeah. Kim says you better come up. I'm finally figuring out my Les Paul. Man, that Les Paul. Man, that Les Paul. I mean, here's the thing, man. You never taunt another. Here, here's the thing. Some people have asked me, they go, "Hey, can I play your guitar?" And I say, "You'll fuck my girlfriend before you play my guitar." See, so when you dangle your little Les Paul in front of me, all I think of you is turning your back and me molesting the hell out of that Les Paul. You know what I'm saying? First thing I'm thinking, you ain't looking. I grab that Les Paul and I play a Kiss solo from Ace Frehley. Yeah. Oh, She, the song She. Look it up, the song She by Kiss. There's a solo there. If you don't know how to play that solo, then you're a zombie. You're dead. You're dead. Yeah. So anyway, uh take care, guys. I'll see you next week at 2:00. And yeah, subscribe. I'm not going to get everything's down in the description below, right? But the main thing is subscribe. We got to get to 1,000, so that way, because once you get to 1,000, you're allowed to get naked on the show. I'm pretty sure. Look it up. Look it up in the restrictions and rules. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to actually show ball sack. So, all right, guys. Thank you. Aloha. Take care. Have a. I don't know if it's going to be Christmas or whatever. Is Christmas going to pass by the time I see you guys again?
I believe so. I believe it will.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I'm glad. Duh. I'm glad you let me know this. I just unsubscribed. God bless you. God bless you. Because I did want to say this. Okay. And I say this from the depths of my heart. And that is, have a satanic Christmas. And little Johnny too. All right. And yeah. And of course, if you want to unsubscribe, then yeah, you do that too. All right. See you guys.